Me.
Maybe click that.
Well, we weren't getting the preview before, so something was going wrong. But all right, we should be live now. Oh man.
Hey. Yep, we're live.
I'm gonna refresh again, cause
Hi, everybody. Boy, howdy. What a road to be getting here. Ho ho.
Oh man.
That was the son of bitch.
there it is.
Yep, we're live. All right, cool.
Golly goodness.
There's a bit of there's like a 10-second delay though between what we
Yeah.
hear and what the stream hears, but we're here,
Well, welcome
live,
to YouTube.
live-ish.
I'm muting this stream because that's too confusing.
Yeah, no, you're gonna lose your mind if you try that.
Hey, everyone. In 10 seconds, tell RC how handsome he is.
It's
Well,
really
wait.
funny to watch the stream and like.
Well, wait.
I'll stop.
It's been about 10 seconds and I still haven't seen anything. Not very nice, chat.
Shout out to Ashley in the comments because she's amazing.
Yeah, that's no, please don't scream.
Ashley, as a content man, I cannot condone these actions, but as a fucking scientist, I'm intrigued.
You're intrigued by latency delay?
Yeah, those sound like big sciencey words.
You know, you're not wrong. Alrighty. All right. Let's go. Let's. Who we got in the chat here? I see. Got Ashley, aka Luna Tuna Rocks. My darling, my love of my life.
Well, I'm gonna tell her I love her as well in the comments so that she has that.
So that she double knows.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Right now we are just waiting on Rachel, aka Ruby Lawson, aka Visual Aid, to join us. And then we'll be live streaming our first episode from many moons ago, 3 years ago, as of the past week.
That's
Opportunity costs.
3 years.
Yeah, I know.
I cannot believe that it's been 3 years.
And you
That's
cannot
wild.
believe it. And this is a perfect opportunity for you to introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Sama. I play Myra Hassan, and I do not remember anything that happened in the pilot episode, so this will be a fun time.
Yeah, this is just as new for you as it is for the people listening who haven't maybe listened in a while.
Pretty much.
Aye.
I think it's also worth noting that I'm pretty sure, as of this episode, neither you or Rachel's character Ruby had their code names.
Oh, absolutely not. I think I got mine like way later. I don't know how many episodes in I got my code name.
Well, you were only in the show for 19 episodes, episodes, so 19 episodes.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah. 19 of the now 50 released. And it was about 3 episodes later that our other friend here joined us. Proper introduction.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hi, my name's Pope Brandon Brownson, and I'm the delightful character who plays the less than delightful Laserhawk.
So Laserhawk will not be making an appearance in this episode, given that the character had not been drawn from the ether yet.
I think that at this point in the timeline, Laserhawk was actually very happy.
That's true. I would say you hadn't gone through the growth, we'll say, that made you the jaded vigilante that joins the show later.
I don't know if I'd call that growth. I'd say that that's like the opposite of growth.
Retraction?
Yeah. We retracted Anthony into the ground.
Oof. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't followed the show.
Well, that is
but also, what are you doing here? No offense, I don't know if a live stream commentary is the best time to join. Hey!
Hey!
Oh god.
All right.
Damn it.
Rachel, please
Hi.
tell me your headphones are
Hi.
working.
It helps if I turn my headphones on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
that's
idea.
useful.
I literally just ran in the door. There was an accident on the that didn't happen when I was leaving for work, but must have happened at some point when I was on the road. So I didn't know I had to accommodate for it.
Well,
Fair enough. Introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I play Ruby.
And we were just kind of commentating on the fact that at this first episode, that neither Ruby nor Myra had their code names yet.
Oh,
And Brock-
it took me forever to come up with one. That's why.
Yeah.
And Brock had a fiance.
Well, yeah. So I guess actually, I'm trying to remember now, Sama. Did you have a code name in mind when we started, and we just introduced it later?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Because Myra Hassan eventually went on to become the Union agent known as Hyperact.
That's right. No, I feel like I came up with it later because. No, I don't remember. That's a lie. I have no idea when I came up with it.
I know I didn't come up with mine. You were like, we really need to come up with one. And I asked my friend who's really into My Hero Academia. It was like making OCs, and I gave her the power set, and I was like, what would you do? And she was like, what about
Name,
visual
please.
aid? And she's like, what about visual aid? And I was like, thank you, I will be using that.
Oh no, your friend's gonna sue us for copyright.
She knew what it was for.
All right. Yeah. So does anybody have any thoughts that they want to cover before maybe we get started?
Oh, I try not to have thoughts, RC. Not since the incident.
Thoughts don't help. Thoughts just make brain hurt.
Yeah.
Well, that's all very healthy. So yeah, basically what we'll be doing in a moment here is we will go live. The episode is split into 2 parts. So basically cameras are going to go off for a little bit. We will have the live chat on the side, kind of just commentating on the various parts of the episode, how they relate to future episodes, how we all have learned and grown along the way. And I suppose just Brandon's thoughts on our general tomfoolery.
My family had soup for dinner.
Oh man, it's really unfortunate that Laserhawk got struck by lightning.
It's really unfortunate that my fucking fiance died.
It is worth clarifying in the context of the show.
And this is part of my backstory, Pete.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a backstory thing. Otherwise, that you're being very glib about a very traumatic event.
Follow the product.
Yeah.
I mean, have you
and-
heard me talk about Austin?
I mean, that's fair. That's your traumatic backstory, but that happened during the story.
I'm sorry you had to go to Texas.
Apparently, backstory, she was born in Texas.
Yeah,
Yeehaw.
art imitates life. So yeah, we will come back kind of in an intermission to talk a little more on camera, and we'll also have a little, as with everything, a little post-episode discussion. All right, folks. So we can go cameras off for now then.
Bang, bang.
You gotta turn your camera off.
Previously on Masks and Mayhem.
Riverside City is a northeast United States metropolitan hub in the vein of New York or Washington or Boston.
I'm Dan. I play Yardak, the first Atlantean ambassador to the surface in 200 years.
I'm Rachel. I play Ruby Lawson, a film school graduate who creates illusions and objects after contact with unusual media.
I'm Sama. I play the speedster post-human Myra Hassan.
The main thing that has drawn the 3 of them together is a group called the United Nations Irregular Operations Network, otherwise known as Union. we are at the home of Miss Myra Hassan. She is home with her sister Hazima. And, well, Myra, what are you up to?
What time is it?
It's like 11 o'clock at night. The parents are out of the house, so it's just you and the sister. Your brother is at work.
We're probably watching TV.
Okay.
Nothing too exciting.
Hazima's kind of curled up on the couch and she just doesn't look super happy. She's kind of just flipping through channels. She goes through like shopping channel and a cooking channel. She stops briefly on the news where you hear about a new submersible that's going to be at a trade show, and you hear about things that the president is up to. You hear about some interesting crimes that have been happening around town. She's like, just looks at you and sees that you're standing up, and she just says, "Are you going to sit down? It's making me really uncomfortable that you're just standing there."
I have a lot of energy.
Well, go run some of it off.
I mean, I guess I could do that.
She goes, "No, you probably shouldn't. I think mom and dad are going to be home soon."
Yeah, and it's kind of late. I don't know if that would be a good idea anyway.
What do you want to watch?
I actually have some shows that I could catch up on, but I know that they don't interest you at all.
How observant of you. And she just kind of lazily tosses the remote across the couch to you. You can watch whatever you want. She just rolls her eyes.
Awesome.
What do you change the channel to?
Whatever our equivalent to the CW is.
This got meta. Well, moments after you actually change the channel, suddenly you hear your phone buzzing. Beep, 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 beep. Something like that.
1, not a buzz. 2, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, your phone starts beeping and a buzzing.
I wonder who that is calling me.
Well, you check the caller ID and you see that it's your brother Mo, which is weird because he's at work right now. So why is he calling you?
Yeah, I wonder. So I answer it and I say, "Hey, what's up? This is a weird time for you to be calling."
Myra, listen. No, I don't have a lot of time. I am at work. I am at RCI Storage. Your brother works overnight security at a storage facility for Red Crystal International.
Okay.
Myra, I am at RCI Storage. I just got in a little bit ago. I am also tied up. We are being robbed, and I could use some assistance.
I'll be right there.
I love how like straightforward he was like, this is where I am. By the way, we're being robbed.
How is he calling if he's tied up?
Voice activation phones. Come on, it's 2018.
Hey Siri, call my sister, you know?
You know, the one with the superpowers.
Useful thing to have when you're being robbed and tied up. Hazima looks over to you and says, "What's going on?"
I'll tell you later, don't worry about it.
Well, wait, are you leaving?
Yeah, but I'll be right back.
What do I tell mom? And you're already gone.
Yes.
Luckily, you had been to your brother's place of work before, and you dash across the city when you streak to a stop in front of the building. It's dark. When you look at the building, it is a large stone and glass building.
Yeah.
And when you look in through the glass front doors, you can see a small strip of lights, but the place is otherwise unlit, and you can't see anyone.
Wait, I'm not like near the door able to look in?
You're at the door looking in.
Okay. I try to see if the door is open.
The door clicks and opens up.
So then I go towards the light, but I try to stay in like a dark spot so that I can remain unseen.
When you look in, even though it's still pretty dark, you can see 2 hallways on either side of an extremely long desk and wall, like a receptionist desk.
I'm gonna go to the right.
As you come around, you see Mo struggling on the ground. Myra, down here. He's got his hands tied. His phone is on the ground nearby his head.
I look around to make sure that we're not in like immediate danger.
And you look around down the hallway that you can see and around the reception area room, and there's nothing else in the room. And Mo looks up at you and goes, No, he's not. He's back in the storage area.
Then I untie him.
So they are some pretty strong bonds. You're going to have to make a strength check.
So I got 19 total.
All right, so you and Mo both together pull real hard on the bonds and they snap off, and he rubs his wrist and he goes, "Geez, that was really scary."
But like, what happened?
I was just kicking back, just another normal night working security. It's always been so quiet. Like, actually starts whispering, "It's always been so quiet in here." I was leaning back, and all of a sudden he was behind me, and he had me up on my feet, and he put my arms behind my back, tied him up, took my card, and went right back towards the storage area.
Was there anything like unique about him?
Oh, yeah. I probably should have started with that. He had like some silver goggles on, and like some really big, heavy, like metal boots, and some kind of like bracer along his right arm with like a blue accent, and like a weird glove on his left hand with like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, little sharp gold tips.
I think I need to tell somebody about this.
He's still in there. He hasn't come back out. There's no other way out of the building. There's no time. If he, I cannot lose this job.
Which way did you say he went?
Back there. Do you want me to come with you?
I'd rather you stay here.
Okay. And he feels around. He's like, I think he also took my taser.
Great.
So okay, I will. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna come behind here. I'll go to the security office and I'll grab another taser and I'll just chill out here and hold down this side.
Okay, cool. Also, is there like a silent alarm or something?
No,
Damn it.
RCI prefers to keep things very private.
Okay.
So the two of you actually both start walking back,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually veers right into the smaller security office after kind of ducking his head in first to check for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he comes back out with another taser and he says, okay, I got another one. And he looks over and there's a big, heavy steel double doors with a metal panel next to them.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees his card sticking out of the panel and he says, okay, I guess he's still inside and just left the card here. I'm going to go back out and you're going to run in there and I assume do the punching thing. And let me know how that goes.
I will do that.
All right, so he heads back out. Oh, and the two steel doors. There's the panel to open them, but they have handles to actually like lift them open.
Quick question. If I took the card out, would he like technically be locked in there?
In a technical sense, there
Like
is
that-
no other exit.
Yeah, no, like I'm not planning on doing that immediately. I'm just wondering, like, if whatever I did and then I came back out and took the card out, like.
Yeah, there is no other exit on that side of the building, so that would lock that door.
Okay, for now, we leave the card in there and I go in if it's open.
You reach your hand out and you open it up, and when you walk into a room filled with shelves that go from floor to ceiling, just metal shelves with different boxes and labels and equipment in them.
All right.
And it's rather dark. There's a few stray lights, but for the most part, the room is dark.
What kind of equipment?
When you look at it, it's a lot of like really long sciencey words, a lot of things that say prototype on them.
So, like, they could be dangerous, right? They could be like weapons.
Yeah, I mean, when you examine them, you see like some things are labeled like non-functional, like you see a cold gun, but that one's labeled non-functional. A couple things labeled defective, but most things do appear to be some kind of weapon or defensive item.
All right. I look around, try to see if I can find any signs of this silver-goggled robber.
Which direction do you head?
Okay, I go to the left.
All right, so you make your way down, and you can see that this room is pretty big, and there's a lot of different shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a slight rustling in the distance. What do you do next?
I carefully approach the noise.
Okay, if you're trying to do it carefully, you're going to have to roll a stealth check.
Okay. 17 total.
All right, so you're tiptoeing quietly, presumably at a brisk pace, and you make your way down, and all of a sudden you hear something clatter to the ground.
So then I like freeze and look around.
And you can tell that it's coming from around the corner from where you are right now. If you would want to know more, you would have to make a perception check for any more detail.
Okay, perception is 19.
Okay, so what you can tell is it's the clanging of metal boots on the ground, and it is over in the direction about 20 feet to your right.
Okay, so
Behind another shelf.
I don't think I want to go forward. I think I want to go through that hallway to my right because that way I might avoid him seeing me immediately.
Okay. Do you move any farther, or do you just move to the end?
I go where that is and then I peek around.
Okay. When you look around the corner, you see a figure much like your brother described, and he's sort of chuckling to himself. He says, excellent. 2 down, 1 to go.
Wonder what he's doing.
What do you do?
Could I try going really fast around like that shelf that he's next to, like the other side of it, but also still avoid like his line of sight?
All right, make another stealth check.
I got this. It's 24.
All right, you in a quick zoom speed around and get around to the other side.
Zoom, zoom.
And there's a slight flurry of air because you move so quick, but you are otherwise silent. So you're standing there and you hear him clang around a bit more. When he moves, you hear kind of a hydraulic noise coming from his legs.
Ooh, is he a cyborg?
Suddenly he looks up and he turns around, but he doesn't look at you. He looks in the other direction and goes back to what he was doing.
Do I roll a perception check to find out what that is?
You can.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So, 15.
From what you can see, it's like a big beige box the size of like a desktop computer tower, and it has like a couple big red glowing orbs on the side of it.
I think, because I'm not a very brave person, so I think I want to now leave the room and take the card out.
Okay. Are you gonna try to run without being hurt again?
You know what? Yeah. So
Okay, make
stealth.
another stealth check for me.
Okay, roll +4. 20.
You start to get running, but he immediately spins around and fires a bunch of little circular discs from his bracer,
I don't like that.
and the discs fly out and suddenly form electrical current between each of them. And then they hit you on the side and
But I
wrap
rolled
around
20!
and wrapped around you like a net.
Oh, man.
They send an electrical shock right through you, which knocks you over.
Damn.
And then he walks over with a slight whirring. He goes, "Sorry, hero, you're not gonna get the drop on me tonight." You're not saying much of anything because you're being electrically tased.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure. I'm like, can I even speak?
There's a bit of a crack of electricity, and he goes, and he holds the box under his arm, and he goes, "I'll be taking this." And he pulls a handgun out, and he points it at you, and he looks you in the eyes, and goes, "Boom," and doesn't pull the trigger. I don't like people getting in my way, but I don't like bodies even more.
And I just think to myself, well, that's a relief.
And he looks at you down and he just kind of turns his head and he goes, "You're a little young to be doing this, aren't you?" And he just turns away and says, No, don't worry. You don't have to answer that." And he starts to walk away and he says, "Have a good night." And he holds his arm up and the discs are all summoned back to his bracer.
Does that include the one that was, killing me?
Well, all of them were around you forming an electric net.
Okay.
And as they click back into place on his bracer, his boots erupt in flames and he takes off forward with a bit of a jet boosted thrust.
So does that mean he's flying?
Yeah, more like levitating.
Okay.
he's
Like just
slightly
like
flying.
a few inches off the ground.
Yeah, and it's moving him at a quicker pace.
Okay.
And you're still kind of twitching on the ground when you hear the door click to the outside room, and you suddenly start to get the feeling back in your arms and legs.
Can I probably can't move like normal anymore, right?
You're able to get up, but you're kind of woozy.
Well, he's going towards my brother because that was the only way to leave. I have to follow him.
Okay, so you take off running back towards the main room, and when you get out there, you see Mo on the ground, holding his head,
Oh no.
but the guy is nowhere to be seen.
Okay. I run to my brother using my super speed because I have to be there immediately and ask him if he's okay.
Yeah, he winged me on the side of the head. I'm okay. Just give me a second. And he sits up. I tried to use the taser. That was probably dumb. Wait, what happened to you?
He noticed me. He was probably playing it off like he didn't know I was there, but I'm pretty sure he knew I was there the entire time. And he threw I don't know if he used them on you, but those disc things, he threw them and I got electrocuted. And
Whoa, disc things. What?
Oh, yeah. He had these little flying disc things that came out of his arm and formed an electricity net. So that was fun.
Okay, you know what? I'm happy. Getting winged in the head seems okay now.
Okay, but he took something, and I don't know what it is, but, since you work here, maybe you do.
He puts his head in his hands and he goes, "Oh, God, I'm so fired. I don't know what any of the stuff back there is really. It's almost all of it is classified. Most of it's mothballed, so it's deactivated and not supposed to work. But to be honest, I don't know what all they keep back there. I'm mostly paid to just sit out here and not ask questions, and we'll keep this from happening.
They have cameras here, right?
In the front here, yes. Back there, no.
But hopefully they'll be able to see this dude coming in and leaving.
Right, and they're also going to see me get winged in the head and not really stop him.
See, I can see why that would make them angry, but also I don't know how they would fare any better.
Yeah, that's true. But the stuff here, I don't know a lot about it. I know it's enough that, like I said, I'm paid not to really ask questions, so you got to tell somebody.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go to Union and see if they know anything about this guy.
Okay, maybe I can hold it off if I can tell them I know someone who's taking care of it.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, you wait. You didn't turn towards the cameras at all while you were in here, right?
No, I didn't turn towards the cameras, and if I did, my face was covered.
All right, because I was behind the desk when I called you, so they shouldn't make that connection. Because we gotta protect your identity, of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you should get going. I'm gonna call this in to headquarters.
Okay, cool. I'll keep you posted.
You leave Mo as he begins to dial the phone, and what do?
Do I have anybody's number from Union, or do I just, I guess, go straight to HQ?
You have some phone numbers, but the only numbers you really have are Ruby's and Yardak's contact information.
Oh, and I need to tell. I could tell them, but I would probably someone higher up needs to know.
The only phone number you have from Union is Agent Lewis.
Remind me who that is again.
Agent Lewis is the man who recruited you.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not calling him. So, so then I go to headquarters.
So you end up in front of the doors to Union, and there's a buzzer.
So I buzz it.
You buzz it, and you get someone who answers. He goes, "Hi, who is this?"
Did I have a superhero name in the game yet?
That has not been established.
Okay. Hi, this is Myra. I was wondering if I could speak to... Crap, I forgot the director's name.
Betsy Bullard.
Yeah, this is Myra Hassan. I was wondering if I could speak to Betsy Bullard.
Ma'am, it's after midnight. Director Bullard is not here. I mean, she's not even in town right now, but she's not here right now either.
Oh no, but it's an emergency.
I can take a message?
No, I don't think I can leave. I don't think anyone besides her should know.
I can't really give out contact information, unfortunately. Should I let her know that you were here?
Yeah, please. Tell her to call me back as soon as she can.
Okay, and she has your contact info?
In case she doesn't, here it is.
Okay, and you give your phone number or
Yeah.
email address, something?
Both, all, everything.
Okay.
It's 2018.
Okay, so what do you do next?
My next step is to call Yardak.
Ooh, calling Yardak first. Sorry, Ruby.
Well, I have reasons.
So you reach.
They better be good reason.
You don't have to roll to get contacted.
Guess how?
All right, you know what? Roll to make sure the Ripplecom works.
Oh my god, no, it works. I promise.
Don't look.
Did you?
Don't look. Don't look.
Critical fail. His Ripplecom explodes. Okay, well, let's establish this. Does Yardak own any kind of cell phone, or does he just have the Ripplecom?
That count as tech.
No.
Oh, well then, I mean, I would assume so. He's being a human.
Okay, well, he's hanging out with humans. Doesn't necessarily mean he adapts all other things. Okay, so you reach out to Yardak's cell phone.
Hello?
Hey, Yardak. So something just happened.
What are you talking about?
My brother called me because he was like tied up at work, like literally, and there was like some big dude who's like probably a cyborg. I got electrocuted from some tech that he had, and I needed you to know because I know that you can help with your water powers.
In what way? What do you need?
If we run into him again, I'm gonna need all the help I can get with the short circuiting.
Oh, okay. That's probably something that's doable. Do you think it is a foe that we could take on just us?
No, we might need to also have Ruby's help.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Have
Yeah.
you gotten in contact with her yet?
Not yet. I was gonna do that right after getting you on board.
Awesome. Then where should we meet then to discuss what we're going to do?
Do you know where RCI storage is?
Send me a message with the address to the location that you need me to be at.
All right, yeah, I'll send you the info and you can meet us there.
Suddenly you get a ring on your phone, and it's your sister Hazima.
Oh no. Okay. Hello.
Don't come home. I didn't exactly know what to tell Mom and Dad. You are on a date right now,
Oh, I mean, okay.
but so don't come home. Also, I just got off the phone with Mo. He told me what happened. I'll keep trying to cover for you, but he also don't go back there either.
Okay.
He said headquarters is coming down to do a thorough sweep of the place, and he is just trying to keep things low profile for now. He told him he didn't tell him you were working on it. He told me he had someone working on it. So just Yeah, don't go back there. Don't come home. Don't really know what else to tell you. Oh, yeah. I hope your date's going well. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'll talk to you later, Myra. Click.
Okay, cool, bye. Alright, so I'm calling Ruby now.
Hey, what up?
Hey, Ruby, I think I'm gonna need your help on a situation.
Okay, what's going on?
There's a big, strong cyborg dude terrorizing the place where my brother works. Yardak is already on board to help. Because we could totally use, we could totally use his water powers to short circuit any kind of tech that this guy has. Because I've already been electrocuted by this weird gadget that came out of his arm. And we don't want that to happen again.
Gross.
So, yeah, do you think you'll be able to join us?
Sure.
Okay, meet us outside of RCI storage.
I'm assuming I don't know where that is.
I'll send
I'm not
you.
allowed
I'll
to.
send you the info in a text.
Hey, this is RC. Fandom and charity collide at Rebel Cause. They are a group of Star Wars fans dedicated to doing good in their community by raising money for the homeless. Co-founder Caden Stetler sat down with me to talk a little bit about the group, whose fandom truly inspired him to start.
A few years ago, I was actually watching Star Wars Rebels, and I thought it was pretty awesome. The rebels in that show actually took food to the Tarkin towns. They're like Hoovervilles. I just kind of was sitting there and I was like, man, I really wish I could do something like that. That would be awesome. And thought about it for a few minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I could do that.
And so the saga, inspired by another saga, began. Care to learn more? You can find a link to Rebel Cause at masksandmayhem.com/support. Okay, so you all meet outside of RCI. Given from where Yardak's coming from and where Ruby's coming from, I'd say it takes about 30 minutes. Ruby's van pulls up down the street and parks. Yardak comes just kind of like swooping in Iceman style on a on a big self-controlled wave.
Nice.
Swag.
That was the best thing.
And he doesn't land near Ruby's van. He lands a little bit a ways away and just continues to walk towards the continues to walk towards the front entrance.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm like leaning against my van and see this and just be like, what? Why is that like the coolest thing I've ever seen?
All right. So then I look around to see if who was it that was coming?
Corporate was coming to check the area out.
Okay.
And he's kind of standing inside and he looks out and his eyes get all big and he runs out and he sticks his head out and he says, did Hazima call you?
Yeah, and she told me not to come in, which is why I didn't immediately burst into the doors. What's going on?
I should have been more clear to not come back.
Well, I wanted to be sure that no one was in danger, and I have help now, so we could do something
All right.
about it.
No, we're not in danger. They're just doing a thorough sweep and they're going to check the tapes and just I wanted to kind of just control the situation until you had more information.
Okay, what can I do?
Find out who you can reach out to. I don't know if you know anybody in the police or if any of your union friends could help.
About that.
But it has to be somewhere that's not here.
Okay, the thing is, I went to Union, and the director is not there right now. So...
Okay. They're going to be doing the sweep. It's going to take them all night, I think. They're just having me kind of...
All night?
Hang out to debrief. At this point, they're still doing the sweep. I told them a little bit, so, like, I bought us some time. So I guess, like, I don't want to have to explain to them who all these people are.
Okay, I'll try to figure something out.
He popped back into the building, and it's just 3 of you now.
Guys, I don't know what to do.
Would either Yardak or I have like a different phone number?
Yeah, so Myra, the only phone number that Myra has is Agent Lewis. Yardak, you have Director Bullard's number, and just for the record then, the numbers that you have, Ruby, you have Frank and Lydia's numbers.
Okay, you try calling Bullard, because that's like...
Very important.
That's like the number one person we need to get, but if
Top of the totem pole.
we can't get her, I'll call
Okay,
them.
are you all...
I swear to God, I was scared that you were going to say you actually only have Agent Alan Rickard's phone number and he's in a coma. So, how about we all get in the van and then we can like just hide in here for a sec, or let's all go to Denny's. It should be
Oh
open,
my God,
right?
I love Denny's.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you go to a Denny's.
Well, I was going to say we all get into my van and like Turns out there's a Space Cadet podcast,
We're not listening to Space Cadet podcasts.
and I just awkwardly change it to the radio, like, whoops.
And as we're driving to Denny's, I'm going to call Director Bullard.
Okay, Director Bullard's phone actually immediately goes to voicemail.
What the fuck kind of director?
This is Bullard's phone. You know what to do. Beep.
Director Bullard, this is Yardak. I don't want to say emergency situation, but there is some sort of cyborg men stealing equipment out of this facility known as RCI Storage, and Myra and Ruby and I are attempting to corral the situation, but everything we do, we seem to be coming up against brick walls, and we can't get into Union. I need you to get a hold of me as soon as you can.
Does anybody else want to do anything on your way to Denny's?
You know, I will try to call Frank.
Okay, Frank picks up. Hey, Ruby, what's up?
Hey, so Myra witnessed like a robbery by a cyborg dude, right? That's
Wait,
what we're going with?
wait, a cyborg? What?
I don't know.
He had robotic body parts.
And we are just trying to tell anyone from Union at this point.
Okay,
Bullard's phone is not answering. She's not at headquarters. We don't know what to do.
Yeah, I'm with Bullard, but I'm sorry, friends. I'm on the other coast, a different base. I am nowhere nearby to be able to really help with this one.
Do you know who is?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Agent Lewis is out on a mission. I think it's like everyone but like one support staff guy back at base. And Dr.
This does not seem like a good way to run this place.
We're doing our best. We've got guys, there are some big things going down that we're working on, and I'm gonna trust that you guys can handle Cyborg Man.
Okay.
You said it was RCI?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll reach out to one of my contacts at RCI and see if I can find out any additional information. But and yeah, anyway, Dr. Oliverdo is actually with Agent Lewis, and they're both out of town as well. They took most of the agents with them on a mission.
Should we know about that mission?
No, this is official business. If you were supposed to know about it, we would have told you.
Like, maybe it's a good thing to know when everyone leaves town.
Yeah.
Though.
I'll find out whatever I can. I'll get in contact with RCI and I'll send you whatever I've got.
Okay.
Good luck. Whatever it is, I know you can handle it. So, are you at Denny's now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sit down at the nice wooden, tables and chairs with the padding, and a nice older waitress with a beehive hairdo walks up and hands out some menus and goes, "Would you like to try a Grand Slamwich? They're very popular."
Do you guys want a Grand Slamwich?
It's a Grand Slam turned into a sandwich.
That is.
This is not an advertisement for Denny's.
Yes, sure. Okay, we'll have
yeah.
one.
Okay, all right. That's 3 Grand Sandwiches. I'll be right back.
For the record, I just said Denny's because you said it was the middle of the night.
We could have gone to Taco Bell, guys.
You brought us here. You chose to come to Denny's instead of getting the 4th meal.
You know what? I'm hungry and I want food.
Luann comes back and she drops off the Grand Sandwiches. They already had them already because that's how everyone gets right now. And she says, "All right, if you need anything else, I'll be right back."
Thanks, Luann.
Okay.
You're welcome, dear. Okay, so what do you do next?
Ruby, this was your idea.
I just figured we should go somewhere that wasn't like somewhere where they could be like, "Why are they hanging out and watching us?" And I was hungry, so
There are a couple biker dudes looking at Yardak with a bit of a quizzical look.
Ooh, what do they look like?
oh no.
And then they just go back to eating their Grand Sandwiches.
They're probably just insecure around the Atlantean.
I respect that.
What's your next thought? What's your next step?
Once my brother gives me the all clear that everyone's gone and it's okay, that we should go back and look for clues. What do you guys think?
We don't have any way to track this dude or anything, right?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
Are there any other storage places? Does this place have any other storage places?
Well, you can go roll a
Perception.
A phone book.
perception check to Google that.
21.
Good job, because I apparently Google badly.
I just know my city.
So you Google and you see that like RCI has other storage facilities and other like headquarters and things, but none of them are in Riverside City.
Ooh.
Are there any other storage places that are not owned by this company, but like similar kind of thing?
So instead of Googling RCI storage, now we're just Googling storage facilities.
Like military storage facility or something like that.
You start looking around and there are some other high-tech companies, but none of them that specifically list any kind of storage facility. And I'm sorry, I should have said something to you, Sama. When you got incapacitated by that quick attack, you also got an extra hero point. So you have 2, and the others have 1.
Sweet.
Myra, you get a call.
Hello?
Hey, it's Mo. So they finished the sweep. I guess if you want to come back now, it's safe. Corbett was real worried. They seemed really concerned about whatever was taken.
Did you by any chance hear what it was?
No, I was gonna contact a buddy of mine from work and see if he knows anything about it.
Okay, I think I might head back, but I don't know if I'm coming with my team. We might split up. Is it safe enough for me to come alone?
The nice thing too is that they've disabled the security system for a little bit, so we don't have to worry so much about being seen or anything. They're checking because they're checking the logs. It's disabled for now.
Okay, cool. I'll be there soon.
I would recommend that I not go alone anywhere. This is completely a character. I am not strong.
Well, see, what I was thinking was that you and Yardak could go, like, make sure, like, check the other place. I know it's kind of far, but...
But you said it wasn't in Riverside. Like, do you mean it's like... Is
it,
a
like,
neighboring city?
really, really far? Like, what?
Coast?
Yeah.
We're talking like they have a couple throughout the country.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Red Crystal International does have like facilities, but like this is not their main space.
Then I guess we don't split up. I guess we all go back.
Okay. Do you pile back into Ruby's van?
I run.
So I just drive a van by myself.
Okay.
This way she can listen to her podcast in peace.
Okay.
Yes. Put podcast back on.
Myra zips off and beats you all there because she's extremely fast.
It's true.
And Mo opens the door and goes, "Come on, get in."
Would Mo know of any other locations?
Oh, I could ask him, right?
You can. So he ushers you into the building. Are your friends coming?
Yeah, they're coming in a bit. Do you know if there are any locations similar to this one that could be housing anything that this cyborg dude is interested in?
No, RCI. This is the only one in this town. Why? Why are you looking for another one?
Well, because I heard him say something like 2 down, 1 to go. So it sounds like he's trying to do a few hits at different places.
Okay.
You know what? I assume that Frank's phone number that I have for him is some kind of phone, like smartphone.
Yes.
That I can text that information to him.
What information do you text him?
This guy said 2 down, 1 to go. Do you know what another place he could be hitting around here?
Frank just texts back, looking into it.
I figured I'd try.
And when you ask Mo just kind of stops for a second and goes, "Well, definitely nothing from RCI." Wait, he said 2 down, 1 to go?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Have you looked into any other major robberies?
That's genius. Okay, let me text my team.
What kind of phone does Myra have?
Sidekick.
It's 2018, so she has an iPhone 10.
Is that where your mind went to? Sidekick?
Yeah, I was thinking someone has to have a phone with a keyboard.
Yeah, me. I'm the low tech guy.
Yeah. Okay, so you text the team, you let them know. And moments after you send that text out, Yardak arrives by wave.
By wave.
Not too long after you hear a putter in of Ruby's van.
Is my van putter? Is it that bad?
Is it that bad?
Listen, you're a college student with film school debt, so you don't have the nicest van.
Aw.
Mo introduces me, says, "Oh, hi, Mo Hassan."
Hi, nice to meet you. I shake his hand back. I'm
Okay.
Ruby.
It's like, maybe tell him about you.
She told me about you, but she didn't tell me your name because she's all about the secret identities.
Oh.
And then he turns around and he goes, "And you're Yardak, I'm guessing."
Oh, yeah. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so everybody's introduced, and he goes, "Okay, yeah, is there..." Okay, so if he said 2 down, 1 to go, there definitely wasn't any RCI thefts last night.
I was gonna say, I did hear something on the news about a robbery earlier.
Okay, roll insight. This will be to see how well you remember the news report.
Oh, I hope I roll well because I don't have lots of insight. 14.
All right, you remember that it was a robbery from a military facility, but that was and that nobody was injured, and that the robbery was 2 nights ago.
Okay, so 2 nights ago and today, and those were the 2. So, do I remember where?
No, the report did not specify. Suddenly, Ruby's phone dings, and it's a message from Frank. Okay, I'm sending all 3 of you an email with some documentation. This is not necessarily things I should be giving you, so don't pass this along.
Gotcha. I went gotcha and then like a winking
Oh my
emoji.
God.
Because she's gonna tell immediately.
Actually, no. Actually, Frank texts back. He's like, "That winky face is disconcerting. Please tell me you're not going to give this to the media."
Oh, I'm not going to the media.
And then you get a ding, and it is some documentation. A bunch of it is blacked out, but it's a union file. But there's some information you can make out. It's a man by the name of Kaito Tanaka, and he is listed under a union code name Brigand. Brigand is a term for a professional robber.
Oh.
Oh.
And he has a couple listings, specifically stolen, redacted from CIA, stole classified from Fort Belvoir, Virginia, stole a micro laser glove and shielded goggle prototype from Miyamoto Dynamic.
Hold on, what's the redacted thing that he stole?
It just says stole redacted from Fort Belvoir, Virginia. And he also stole a wall scaling kit from Union Delta Base in Los Angeles.
Oh my god, this guy.
It is believed that he has fenced it, but the investigation is still ongoing. And he also stole a demolition blast glove from Camden Industries in Texas. That is also believed to be fenced. The investigation is ongoing.
This guy likes to steal.
And be really mean.
He didn't kill you.
Yeah, at least he doesn't like to murder.
Okay, so
And they do actually have on there a profile photo of him. It's just like a blurry security cam footage. But he is a man of Asian descent with short, buzz-cut black hair. He's a little more wiry, and he's listed as roughly 5'10".
If we had like union resources, we could maybe like have people looking out on like security cams for this dude.
Well, you don't, so that is the information that Frank sent to you.
And we don't know, and he doesn't know what they stole yet.
Not specifically.
Like RCI didn't report it.
No, RCI has not released it.
They're not going to, are they? They're just gonna be like, we didn't lose anything. What?
Suddenly, Mo pops up and he says, "What's going on? What'd you guys find out?"
Ruby got the text, right? Or no, we all got the text.
We all got the email.
Okay.
I said, okay, if we tell you this information, just don't tell other people.
Yeah, we're like not supposed to put it out there.
She's a fault.
Doing exactly what Frank asked you not to.
Immediately.
I know. That's why I was like, oh no.
Okay, so you guys show him the files?
You know what? They don't tell us things. We can have our own secrets. That's the brotherhood.
You know what? If they don't tell us when they're all leaving town, and then we're like, hey, there's some trouble, and they're like,
Listen,
"Deal."
my brother's a smart dude, so he could help us if he knew things.
Yeah, just like you don't want to get in trouble with the big secret government organization. I think you're smart enough to realize that.
All right, make an investigation check, whoever has investigation.
Okay. Nat 20, bitch.
All right. Mo kind of crosses his arms and he looks pensive after you guys tell him this information.
Oh, okay. What's the matter, Mo? You seem a little
Give me 1 second. And he pulls out his phone and he dials a number.
Wait, who are you calling?
Hey James, are you there? Yeah, it's Mo. Were you at your other job 2 nights ago? Oh, okay. No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I had someone who thought they knew you, but I guess it wasn't you. Anyway, sorry to bother you so late. Have a good night, man. I figured out how this guy got in so easily.
Okay, explain.
And he looks at you and he's a little nervous. He's like, my coworker James works at another storage facility. This one is contracted through the CIA.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I know that he's been hard up for money lately and that his family's been having some problems. So I'm guessing that he must have given this guy some kind of info to get in, possibly. I don't really know. But you said that he had stolen something from the CIA and that he had stolen obviously the device from work here. Give me one more moment. I'm going to make another phone call. Hey, Bill, it's Mo. Yeah, I got to call that favor in. Yeah, I'm sure you heard. Yeah. We had a bit of an incident tonight. I need to know what was stolen, and corporate wasn't telling me anything. Can you find that out for me? All right, thanks. All right, just get to me as soon as you can. Bye. A guy from headquarters. We trained together. He was drunk. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, he owed me a favor. I got him out of a bind. He should be getting us the information soon.
I have a out of character question. How old is Mo?
Mo is 19.
Okay. Because I remember her saying that she was younger, so I knew he couldn't be that old, but I was like, he's obviously an adult.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
So.
He's working night shift to work his way through college.
Good
And
for you,
he's
buddy.
smart.
That's out of character. You didn't say that out loud. But
Yeah, no one asks. I was gonna say, no one else was thinking to ask questions about Mo. All of a sudden, his phone dings. He goes, "I really need to turn this thing on silent." And he looks at it and he goes, "Okay, whoa, yeah, I get now why they looked concerned. Okay, so this
oh no.
this device is, well, it has a longer name, but it's referred to as the Chain Hydro Splitter.
Chain Hydro Splitter?
That sounds like something to do with water, which I don't like.
Only we're allowed to have water powers on our side.
Yeah.
Okay, so the device splits atoms, and if it's set off in water, can do a chain of splits.
Why did they make that?
Think nuclear bomb, but targeted at water.
Great. That was not what I expected.
I am going to text Frank. We found out what was stolen.
Frank texts back. He's like, okay, I was able to get the CIA part declassified.
Great.
It was known as a DOEG. It is a prototype deep ocean exploration gear.
To destroy the ocean?
It's a combination scuba gear and exoskeleton capable of handling intensely high pressures while converting water into breathable air.
Oh, so the dough egg was yesterday.
Oh, is there anything that's underwater that could be cool to steal around here?
Fish. Aquarium.
No, there is not.
Is there any place holding something else that's cool
Wait,
and water related?
Yardak, you need to be really careful because he's probably heard about you.
He's after Atlantis.
Oh no, honestly, kinda. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like he's really going after Atlantis.
You just got your message from Frank where he told you about what was stolen. Mo looks up and listens to all of you and says, okay, so they've got gear to swim and they've got a weapon, but that's not going to get them. Like, they don't necessarily know where Atlantis is, do you think? Or even if they did, they couldn't necessarily, you can't just swim that low. You need something to get there.
Oh, so the redacted is the dough egg.
Correct. The redacted from the CIA was the DOEG.
Yardak, do you think that this could, that you should call ahead just to make sure?
Ooh, let's Ripplecom Atlantis.
Okay. You pull out your Ripplecom. And Yaradamo answers.
Ooh, hey baby.
Yardak, what's the middle of the night?
I wanted to let you guys know down there that we are facing a foe up here that it seems to be harvesting weapons that can do massive damage to the ocean and potentially Atlantis. So I need everybody on high alert to keep an eye out for anything strange that might be happening and to send word the second anything might change.
I will alert the king immediately. Myra, do me a favor and roll another insight check.
12.
You suddenly get a flash of inspiration from when your sister was clicking through the news channel earlier about a submersible that was going to be demonstrated at a trade show tomorrow.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I just remembered, my sister was watching the news earlier, and there's this thing they're gonna test tomorrow that sounds like exactly what the dude needs.
Let's lay a trap.
I feel like the Union people need to come back. Like this is
So I feel like Yardak is going to be a little bloodthirsty this time because under my complications, the only thing listed is patriotism, and he's after Atlantis. So I feel like gotta protect the homeland.
Okay, so you're laying a trap where?
Well, where's this trade show?
So you look up the trade show tomorrow, and the submersible is from the Daniel Oceanography Institute.
Okay. Do we know where that is?
Yeah, that's closer to the downtown area near the big trade show center.
Okay, what time is it now?
About 2 or 3 a.m. I'm going to clarify one other thing. The news report last night said that they would be loading it up to bring it over for the opening of the trade show.
I'm going to text Frank all this information and tell him perhaps Union should call so we don't sound like a bunch of crazy people being like, hey, you're going to get robbed.
And Frank texts back. He says, there's no one to call right now. The institute's going to be closed, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know where the thing's coming from, so I guess we should go downtown and go to where the trade show is and see if we see anything going down.
Sounds like a plan.
Boy, howdy, what a predicament our heroes have found themselves in.
Yes, much predicament.
Very predicament. Much brigand. Wow.
So yeah, so that is the first half of episode 1. I'm really getting. I think it's also just kind of fun watching some people rediscover what they did.
I do want to point out that this was the first time of us doing this where we didn't we weren't working directly with Union, and I was like, "There's a reason we keep calling them."
Well, no, because think about it. Like, so the first game, and we've talked about this, I think, in some of the metaverse discussions. But like, the first game we ever played was y'all being abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
The second game was you teamed up with Union to find the Quarnian, the shape-shifting alien.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, you did a thing in the Horns.
Yeah.
The holographic hazard intensity chamber, which was a fun thing that really we haven't seen because of Echo Base being closed for season 2. We haven't seen it in a while.
Give me back my holodeck thing.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so I mean, like, but you really had only had like one opportunity where you called Union directly. But like, I could just see a pattern of like, oh, we should like basically connect with, you know, the cops. Like you're like, oh, we lost Sama.
Oh no.
She posted that her mic was being weird, so she was refreshing.
Oh, okay. But essentially, there was a reoccurring thing of I need an adult.
I am an adult.
I need an adultier adult.
Yeah. Oh, it says you're not being recorded, but oh. Okay.
It's the magic of live entertainment, everyone.
Yeah.
Sometimes things work as planned. Sometimes you want to pound your.
Sama, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay,
we can
hear
you.
Yep.
You sound
There we go.
beautiful.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Damn, son, did your voice get a new haircut? Because it's sounding good.
I think I was on the wrong mic before.
Oh, well, tell your microphone to stop that.
Yeah.
But no, like, I was worried. I think I just saw a reoccurring dynamic of I need an adult, and I really like needed to figure out a way to be like, no, you need to understand, you are the adult in the room, please.
Yeah. In retrospect, RC was definitely being like, you guys are supposed to handle this. Like, you are the characters. Do
like, just imagine if Batman was like, well, I better call the National Guard all the time.
You know what you guys needed was an at the time 37-year-old who was tired of this shit.
Yeah, and then a year and a half later, there you were.
We need to call Union. Fuck Union. Punch him in the face.
In Ruby and Myra's defense, they have been doing this for like a month.
Right.
So
yeah, I think canonically you had been. It was like I think canonically, Myra had her powers for like somewhere in the neighborhood of about 6 months.
I would say
and that Ruby something like a year.
About a year, but I hadn't really used them for crime fighting at all.
Yeah, the only times you had used them prior to this were the previous mentioned adventures, and like one instance of stopping rude people.
And by this point,
bar
Brock
creepers.
was tired.
I stopped
yeah, Brock
the mugging.
Was very tired.
I stopped the mugging, and then also I was making films.
Yeah. So like, yeah, all your powers were for like personal gain. But yeah, so that was just like, I think that was the one dynamic I was worried about reoccurring, so I wanted to make sure that I incentivized you not to do that. But then I'm just kind of really glad no one ever called me out on the fact that, like, they should have been more like, why did Union go everywhere? Should we be more concerned about this? Like, multiple times I have alluded to what I call the secret West Coast apocalypse, which is, like, what took them out there. And when I told that to Brandon, who had completely forgotten about this, Brandon's like, wait, what? I need to know about this.
I know, that's why I've always wondered, what the fuck was that? Like,
whereas y'all were sufficient with, we had to go.
When the hills
No, to be fair, I asked, should I know about that? And they said no. And I was like, okay, well, I need to go deal with this now. So.
I mean, no, absolutely. But I mean, in later episodes, like when it comes up again, like I distinctly remember an episode, and I don't know if maybe we'll do more of these live streams to kind of look at them. But there was you ended up asking Gemini about her experience, at the Secret West Coast Apocalypse, and she's like, yeah, we fought zombies and I watched a lot of guys die. And like, you have to remember that comparatively, like your characters are like mid-20s and Gemini is like 20.
I wonder if one of those people is my parents.
Probably.
That explains
I guess,
a lot.
so Sama, so did you ever listen to the show? The voice that Brandon is doing is for a character named Mosey Buzzoff, who is basically a 12-year-old who runs an information network and might or might not be an orphan.
I'm definitely an orphan.
I don't care if he's an orphan, but Ruby has semi-adopted him because she's like, this small child, it needs my help.
Who lives in an underground society.
They told me that my mother is Biggie Smalls.
We're not going to dive into it. Yeah.
We don't
So
have time
yeah,
to
Jamie,
unpack all of
it is.
that.
I was wondering what that would be like for folks, Jamie, just given that we're primarily an audio medium.
Oh yeah.
I know, Laserhawk's fatter than you were expecting, huh?
Surprise! The speedster is a fan of the Flash.
Shocking.
The person who made up a show called Space Cat is wearing a space dress.
Yeah.
A homeless-looking guy is played by a homeless-looking actor.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume it's safe to say people who are joining us for this tonight have probably watched the show, so I'm not gonna feel super bad about spoiling anything.
Yeah.
We haven't really given any real warning about that.
You're next, the Zodiac Killer.
But this, I think, is a good time just to kind of mention that, actually, I don't even think, Sama, you weren't even there for this, so you probably don't know. So spoiler alert for you, I suppose. Is that it's revealed that Ruby's powers, the meteor that gave her powers, made her half alien. Like, she has alien DNA.
Oh yeah, fully an alien.
Wait.
Which was a twist that I brought up on my own, and I was a little nervous about what Rachel's response was going to be. So I was actually like, when you liked it, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Wait, wasn't there like a situation needed like her blood drawn at some point?
That was in episode that didn't get recorded.
Right, that was in the same episode with the Quarian.
Oh yeah,
that was when you all first met.
My blood messed with the Quarian.
Supercharged it.
Yeah, supercharged it.
Bruh.
So that should have been a sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was a whole trend of me just being like, you brought the thing is the Lydia being weird was a thing Ruby didn't see. So I was like, I want to bring this up, RC, because I know about it.
Right, because I did like a post-credit scene that nobody was there for, and it was implied that like Lydia had a dark secret that she didn't know what to tell Ruby or not, and Frank told her not to.
And then I was like, I was like, when is that going to come up again? I can't bring it up. Like,
I mean, that's fair. That was again a little bit of an oversight. Like I wanted the idea, I liked the idea of post-credit scenes, but more and more as we did them later on, I definitely made sure to like incorporate y'all into them. Because, like you said, it just didn't make sense because it created situations where you weren't there for things.
And then, I was like, I kind of took one day, I was like, I need you to bring that up eventually, because, like I said, Ruby wasn't there. I'm trying to think what else is weird. It's weird now because we know the Atlanteans fairly well now. That it's just like, oh yeah, it's Yaratama. I've been having some issues.
Oh, yes.
Right, yeah, there's...
Yaradama, Yaradani, and Yaragaraguchi, or whatever the fuck their names are.
Well, I've also thought recently about, I'll probably introduce characters that eschew the traditional, like, binary nature of the Atlantean names, because right now it's all the female names begin with Ula, all the male names begin with Yar, and I think the idea that there'll be characters who, like, drop that from their names.
Yes.
It's
Yara, Ula, and of course, Unga Bunga. My name is Unga Bunga Billy.
Hi, my name's Ariel.
Well, Ula Ariel is kind of an interesting name.
Ariel, after Ariel Madison, I'm running out of mermaid names
yeah,
that aren't
Jamie,
specifically.
Yar is for men.
that aren't specifically from like my mermaid novel that none of you have read.
I've
So-
got one. His name is.
Oh, I should look at the chat. I'm like trying to look at the YouTube chat, but it's like slightly delayed, and so looking at the video is really weird.
So yeah, yeah, exactly, Jamie. That's why I was thinking. I was like, there's definitely, especially as I think as kind of representative of Atlantis's changes, especially with Yardak being in touch with the surface world, that there will probably be, I imagine those kind of cultural changes within Atlantis. If nothing else, probably them becoming more aware of humanity's, I don't know, relationship with binary gender.
I feel bad for the first Yara Dylan.
Yara Dylan. Well, I was like, there was one of the first characters I ever made was Yar Trav. Because I literally was just looking at a list of names and just adding Yar to the front of it.
First of all,
Yar Trav exists. Yar Trav exists as one of the head Atlantean insurrectionists in Yardak's backstory.
Oh, okay.
But it's also established. It's the most wild character. Basically, he was part of the Atlantean army, trained with Yardak, was assumed like missing in action, and then was discovered to be behind and captured as one of the Atlantean insurrectionists. And then was just like literally another example of a post-credits scene. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's like all of our like stories that like no one actually never recorded are all kind of the same.
Yeah, well, I mean, so in Yard Trav's case, and Dan knows about this, but Yardak doesn't, is someone's like, oh, you got captured. He's like, this is exactly where I want to be. And not only has this character never appeared again, but like, I think at this point the follow-up is going to be, yeah, he thought he wanted to get captured and it was going to benefit him like Joker style, and he just can't get out and he's just trapped.
He makes iPhones now.
He's been running a fish like drug running things from jail somehow.
It's
Fish
okay.
drug running.
It's okay, Rachel. You can make a seaweed joke. It's fine.
Oh. I didn't.
Hey
even...
man, you ever smoked an octopus meth?
I've eaten octopus.
Puts a new twist to Black Tar.
You need 8 lighters to smoke octometh.
All right, so I think this is a wonderful, and it's honestly not, but I'm doing it anyway, a time to start the second half.
So Brandon's on this bullshit. Let's dive back into it.
I just want you all to know this is exactly what RC has to edit out every week.
Yeah, I think, this is a wonderful opportunity to mention that every recording we do is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 3 hours, and I edit it down to somewhere in the 60 to 90 minute mark, because a lot of it is just random off-topic.
It's mostly mine and Dan's fault, I'll be honest.
No. Rachel's just guilty. I'm completely innocent, of course.
Go fuck yourself.
I would say I am guilty of like randomness. There's a level of I want to just go with crudeness from you and Dan. That is different.
No, yeah.
No, that's
well,
honestly calling it crudeness as being rather
Rachel keeps
polite
it
about
PG.
it.
It's
well,
not,
no, I was gonna say.
it's not PG. They're just fully X.
PG.
I was like, no, my shit is not PG. They're just like fucking in like X.
Oh.
No,
I'm allowed to like at least be seen in like movie theaters, so.
We are full-on dipshittery.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing is Brandon and Dan build upon each other, and like it just like escalates. Rachel, your sin is that you'll just like suddenly like be like reminded of something, and you have to tell us the story now, or you'll lose it.
Yeah.
And then me and Dan are just like, you know
true.
what is funny? APP. It sure is humorous. That's what it all boils
Honestly,
down
that's
to,
what a lot of the the brand Dan. There's no T-shirt idea or a sticker idea of brand Dan.
Oh, dude, I've been saying for years I've got my brand on.
Wow.
And every time I say it, I hate myself a little bit more. Every time I say it, I understand a little more why Daddy left.
Oh.
Well, I can't edit that one out. We're live.
Also, sometimes that happens, and I'm like, I don't know how to react to any of this.
You can laugh.
So on that
at it,
note,
it's
let's
fine.
start part 2, and we'll have a little camera discussion afterwards. Then.
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
What, you thought that I wasn't going to be last just because I know what I'm doing this time? Haha, joke's on you.
Okay, about a half hour later, you're all outside of the trade show convention center. It's pretty dead. It's the middle of the night downtown. You know, there's a couple of people walking around, but nothing really particularly going down here. Make a perception check.
Everybody or just Ruby?
If anybody who wants to perceive.
Nat 20.
18.
All right. You see
So Yardak
Got
knows.
it twice tonight.
Yardak looks up and he sees a guy kind of pacing near one of the doors of the trade convention center. It looks like he's got like a baseball cap on. He looks like some kind of security guard.
For the record, I got 23.
Well, sorry, both Myra and Yardak see this.
Sorry, Ruby.
Either is there like a badge or something that union employees use to like be like, hey, I'm union, like the way like the FBI would?
Yes, you have not been issued one.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay, doesn't mean I
I'm
can't
just
make one.
making sure.
Oh.
Wow.
And I also just think it's important that that Ruby remember that impersonating an officer is a crime.
Well, I'm thinking about it that I'm not saying I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I just was wondering.
Keep that all in mind. All right, so yeah, they do have a badge, and you've seen Agent Rickards and Agent Lewis's.
Okay. I'm going to. I assume I'm just wearing normal clothes, so I'm not making like a badge or anything right now. I am just making it look like I'm wearing like a business suit.
Okay. Are you making the suit or are you illusioning the suit?
You know what? I'll go in my van real quick and make a suit.
Okay. What's the suit look like?
It's like a gray, just a like
Pantsuit.
a gray like skirt.
Okay.
Throw my hair up in like a professional ponytail. I think we should like try to inform them this place might be wrong, but I'm also scared they will not believe me.
I think we should maybe ask questions about the delivery.
Okay, I put the suit on so I'd look a little bit more professional. Like, you guys want anything to wear besides?
Yeah, I say it's a pretty fair bet for us to all at least try to look the part here, so we are taken more seriously.
Yeah. Okay, make suits for everyone. Who has the best persuasion?
I doubt that's me.
Mine is 9.
Mine is 1.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say mine's 8, but I was gonna say Yardak should lead because Yardak is a known figure.
And also, I do have doesn't attractive affect persuasion?
Mm-hmm. If the person finds you attractive.
Ooh, we should go up and ask about the delivery and see if they'll believe us that they need to have extra security or something.
So I mean, other than like just going up and talking to the person, what else would we do?
But I could make a union badge and be like, we're a union. Or you could say you're an ambassador, which is true.
I'd rather go with
Oh,
that
yeah,
plan
duh.
because since they know who he is, it'd be easier to tell the truth.
So you walk up and the guard is turned away from you,
Gotta clear my throat.
and the person kind of jumps with a start and turns around, and it's actually a woman.
Oh. Is she also in a nice business suit? Like-
No, she's wearing like a
Yeah, didn't you say she had a baseball cap on or something?
a gray baseball cap, gray short sleeve button up with like a patch sewn into it,
what's
and
the
it just
patch?
says like trade show security company. Hi, she says.
Okay, I give her a very charming smile and lean in and say, "Hi, we wanted to let you know that we, well, firstly, I am Yardak, an ambassador of Union, and
I've seen you on TV.
yeah, that does happen every now and then. I just wanted to inform you that we have received some intel that the trade show might be targeted, specifically the submersible that we have here. And
Well, wait. The submersible, it hasn't gotten here yet.
yeah, this is more of a heads up situation. I wanted to know if you
Prevention.
It was supposed to get here like in 10 minutes. I haven't heard anything. I was saying I'm waiting at the gate here to open it up so let them in, but I haven't heard anything. They told me they were going to call ahead to let me know because they're coming from the oh god, what's it called? The Daniel Oceanography Institute. They're coming from there. But I haven't gotten a call that they're on their way. Are you saying something happened? Wait, are you saying something might be happening?
so they were
Something might be happening. But
I think we might want to try to do something now, guys. It sounds like the submersible's not gonna make it here.
yeah.
So I was going to say, if the submersible... Shit, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to ask, what's the girl's name?
Hi, I'm Officer Ruth Day.
Ruth, do you have any way to contact the people who are transporting the submarine here?
They told me I was going to get a call. The place is only like 6 or 7 blocks from here.
Okay, I'm gonna real quick over my shoulder go. Myra, do you think maybe you might want to
Yeah,
potentially check that situation
I
out
could
as I
check it
talk
out.
to Ruth here?
Yeah, I could check it out and be right back.
And in the meantime, Ruth, with what's happening here, I'm going to suggest that you corral your other security officers here and make sure that that gate doesn't open. If the submersible arrives here, then this is my cell phone number here, and I would like you to give me a call immediately as once you know that it's approaching. And thank you for your help.
And she kind of pauses for a moment, and she's like a little dumbfounded. She's like, I took the security job because they told me it'd be easy.
I'm very sorry, ma'am.
Wait, who's this? No, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go call my people. And she just takes out her security badge, opens the door behind her, and goes inside. Myra, you arrive out front of the Daniel Oceanography Institute, and you look in, and you can see there are no lights on inside, and there doesn't appear to be anybody nearby. There are 2 big chain link fence gates in front of you that split open to open up originally, and then inside of those gates is a pair of garage doors that open to the interior of the building.
Okay, perception check to see if I can tell whether or not the submersive was already taken or if it's still here. 13.
When you look down at the ground, it appears that these gates have not opened in quite a while, at least not all day.
Okay, so hopefully they haven't taken it yet. I call Ruby.
Hey, what's up?
So I just got to the Daniel Oceanography Institute, and it doesn't look like anything was taken because this gate looks like it hasn't been open at least all day. So I think the submersive is still here.
She thinks it's still there because like doesn't look like the gate's been open all day.
So yeah, I think you guys should get.
I'm putting it on speaker.
Yeah, so I think if you guys could meet me here, maybe we could prevent something from happening.
Okay, I'll jump in my van.
Okay, and so I should be clear, when you came running from the trade show, it is now, from the perspective you're looking at, to your left. Like, you're looking at the building, and the trade show area would be to your left.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same speed.
Roughly.
Yeah, so okay, let's just try it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Riding with a big-ass spear.
I'll put the radio on. I won't force you to listen to my podcast.
Not long after you hear the approaching putter of the van, and then all of a sudden, the gates start sliding open to either side, and the garage door on your right-hand side begins to open, and it goes at a pretty good clip, and you just hear it going, and they slide out of the way, and all of a sudden, 2 bright headlights come on, and a tractor trailer starts making its way out of the garage and out of the gates.
I try to make it appear as if there's like another gate blocking it, or I put another gate in front of it.
You're too far away to do that.
I'll try to illusion the gate. But...
The engine revs up and just takes off straight through it.
Damn it.
Wait, so they've left now?
It is coming out not right towards you, but right next to you, and it's turning to its left, your right, away from the trade show.
Can I? How? So I'm too far away from it to make any.
You were then, but now by the time it has gotten out, you are a lot closer. You and.
Okay, I would like to try to make a wall in front of the
a wall in front of the truck. Okay, it has gotten up to a pretty good pace, so make a roll for me.
17.
Okay, you make the wall, but soon after, with the clip that it's picking up through, the tractor trailer just smashes it down and continues on.
I have a question. What can I do with my hero point?
You can edit a scene to add a piece or change a piece that wasn't previously mentioned. You can do a heroic feat to get you an extra ability that you don't normally have. You can use it to improve a role. You can use it to give inspiration to get help from the GM. You can also use it to do an instant counter if someone attacks you, and you can use an attack as an instant counter to that. And you can use it to recover yourself from injury. Oh, also, Ruby gets a hero point as well for the truck smashing right through that.
I think I want to use my point to do the thing with the GM.
Okay, you're looking for inspiration and advice?
Yes.
If that were the case, I would say the key right now is to get this guy out of the truck.
Oh, okay, I can do that, I think.
Let's find out if that's what you want to do.
Okay, so
Also, at this point, they have gone a little bit down the road, and Myra, you haven't really moved, but Ruby has kind of kept pace and is almost caught up with the truck now.
Oh, okay. What if I like ran
and then Yardak's in the van
Correct.
with me, right?
What if I ran and
Okay.
sort of used Ruby's van as like help to like push off of, and then I like grabbed the dude out of the car?
Okay, so wait, we're talking about a couple different things here. We're talking a move action, we're talking some kind of acrobatic stunt, and also a grab action. So I don't think you can do all of that in one turn. Like, you could definitely run and jump off the van to get onto the truck, but the rest of this, I don't think you can do in this single turn.
So I'm gonna run and use Ruby's van to jump on top of the truck.
Actually, I should say that you can use extra effort to get an additional standard action. So, but that fatigues you the next turn.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
You're going to need to make, the movement's fine, you're going to need to make an acrobatics check.
Ooh, I got 27.
Oh, wow. So you get down low to the ground and then take off in a mad dash, and you get up and you actually run along the side of Ruby's van as it catches up with the truck, and then leap off of it and grab onto the rearview mirror of the truck, and you can look right inside and you can see Brigand.
Okay.
And he looks over and sees you as well.
Oh shit.
And I think this is the point where everyone rolls initiative.
No, we're totally not.
I had a lot of initiative. What was it again? Initiative is 20.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, that's funny. I also rolled a 2, but my initiative is 20, so it's 22.
Fine.
Total, okay. And then 22, and Yardak?
21.
So it is, well, you just went, Myra, so I'm actually going to have that count as your turn in the initiative here. So it is now Yardak's turn.
And I'm in the car.
Correct.
So you said she's hanging on to what?
The rear view mirrors of the tractor trailer.
Side view?
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
side view mirrors.
And then I'm gonna like get myself prepared for if she falls, I'm gonna be there ready with my water to just like push her back on up.
I'm worried about the use of water now.
If he's driving, he can't use that thing.
All right. And do you do anything else? Are you still in the
Yeah, like I'm in the car, like
in the car?
Yeah.
All
like,
right.
hanging out.
So can you describe to me what this looks like? Does he pull your water satchel
Yeah,
out?
like
or?
I have like I'm at the ready. I have like the side of the van open, like I'm ready to go.
Okay. All right. In that case, then it is Brigand's turn. There's gonna be 2 checks right now. Myra, you're gonna make a strength check, and Ruby, you're gonna make a vehicle check.
22.
18.
All right. Brigand, when he looks over and sees Myra, wildly veers to the left and then veers back to the right and almost hits Ruby's van, but she, and just in the nick of time, turns right and gets out of its way and backs up ever so slightly so that she's still kind of near it, but not right neck and neck with it. But Myra is able to hold on through the swerve, and he tries it another time, but it's ineffective at getting you off of the truck. Now it is Ruby's turn.
I guess I'll have to do this while I continue to drive. I guess I'm gonna try to make it like another wall in front of him, but I'm gonna try to make it so it, instead of making a tall wall, I want to make like a shorter fat wall so he can't just like smash through it.
Okay, so make a roll.
16.
In your normal shimmering fashion, the wall comes into being, and it is about like 3 feet tall, but about 8 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right in front of it, just in time that he can't turn away. And the tractor trailer smashes into it. In a dazzling display of acrobatics, Brigand goes through the windshield, spins around in the air, and uses his jet boots to do a full-on front flip and then slow his own momentum and stop himself and land.
Well, impressive. Still kind of a dick though.
Am I still alive?
Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, good point. Sama, I'm gonna need you to roll Myra a acrobatics check.
Okay.
Roll well. Sorry, I didn't think about that.
15.
Myra is actually able to hold on to the side view mirror and lurches forward a bit and then comes back, runs down the side of the truck back onto the ground. You've just reached the beginning of Kirby Bridge, which is what connects the downtown area with the less nice sort of working class neighborhood, actually in the direction of Ruby's apartment.
Would you say this is a bridge over water?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you saying I live in the less nice area? Because that 100% makes sense. But okay, and that, so I'm going to stop the car.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. and I, put it in park. I'm a safe driver, and I don't want it like rolling. So I'm going to run up. So I'm like hiding behind the truck because I don't want him to attack me, but I feel like I need to be closer.
Okay, so the one blue box that he is standing on is the wall that you made. The other blue box that you guys are near is Ruby's van.
Okay.
All right, and are you going to do anything else on your turn?
I think that is the end of my turn.
So, Sama, it is your turn. What does Myra do?
Okay, so what was the dude's name again?
Yeah, his real name is Kaito Tanaka, known as Brigand.
Brigand. Okay, he's already out, right? He's hovering on his boots.
Well, he's not hovering. No, he came to a landing. Like he
landed.
He flew
Okay.
out. He flew out the front windshield, did a front flip, and then used his boots to stop his momentum and came to a stop and landed.
Okay, so he's on the ground in front of the wall.
On top of it,
On top
actually.
of the wall. Okay. Can I try taking the boots off?
You want to run and take his boots off?
Yes.
Okay.
do
So
I
yeah,
roll?
you can try. All right. These are going to be difficult to remove because they are like around his feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need to roll. It's roll and add your unarmed attack -4.
6, which is 16.
So you run up and you get a hold of the boot for a moment, but he just turns around and sort of kicks you off of it.
Oh, great.
Like you grab a hold of one which is on the ground and he uses the other boot to boost up and then like uses the he turns his foot so that it spins and kicks into you and he does like a 360.
Oh, great.
And you're not hurt by it, but you're definitely knocked back by it.
Yeah.
And so that knocks you back off of the wall and back onto the street.
And that counts as my whole turn, right?
You technically do have the option to do another move action, I mean.
I think I'll stay where I am.
Okay. On that note, then, it is Yardak's turn.
Okay, so does he have all of his equipment on him right now,
Yes.
including the Hydra Splitter?
No, that is nowhere to be seen.
So because I know that like he is a threat to Atlantis and like I'm like focused on saving them, I'm just going to like straight up because we're over water, just annihilate the shit out of him with some water right now without giving him a chance.
Okay, how does that work? What exactly are you looking to do?
Because there's so much water beneath me.
Well, you're also on a bridge, so you're pretty high up too. Like we're talking Brooklyn
swim.
Bridge up from the water. I'm just saying.
I can swim.
Oh, okay, so you're gonna jump off the bridge?
No, but if it falls, I can swim.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
Okay. I'm just going to assume that I have the ability to swim as in like a normal human
Correct.
being has the ability.
But I want to remind you that you're hundreds of feet up.
Okay, well then so then I'm going to.
Please don't kill us, Gardak.
I can run on water.
There you go. Boom.
Grab me if we start to fall then.
She never said she can run and take and hold someone.
So I'm just going to
Help. Please don't destroy my van.
instead of bringing it up and down, I'm just going to like to come up with like a right hook. I just like.
Is this the water in your pouch or is this
No,
the water?
This is the water all underneath.
All right, so you're bringing up a big old wave.
Not, but like a very precise, like it's like a fist of water.
All right, so you have to roll an attack check.
19.
So the water comes up way up from the side of the bridge as you lift your arm up, and then you clench a fist and bring it hard to the right. Brigand turns towards it and gets slammed by the water onto the gravel road. He is down on the ground, kind of like on his elbows and knees.
So then now that he's like just on the ground, I'm going to walk up and just be like, what do you think you're doing here?
I was just minding my own business, driving a truck, when I was accosted by some ne'er-do-wells, it would seem.
I see you in your gear. What? Stop lying. What are you doing? I'm going to intimidate. Can I intimidate him?
Wait, you say I see you in your gear?
Yeah.
This is fashion, friend. It's from Milan. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, yes, I'm going to intimidate him. 23. And he's on the ground. I'm going to walk up to him and just like put my foot down on like his back, push him down onto the actual ground and say, stop playing games. What's going on here? What's your plan?
And you can see the side of his face and he cracks into a smile and he goes, "That's not how this game works, hero." And he takes off with his jet boots and gets back upright and trips you as he does it. It is Brigand's turn. So he is now upright. He turns back towards the truck with a bit of a steely look and then turns away and he says, "I don't get paid enough for this."
Ooh.
You get paid?
So he's not the main guy.
And he actually jet boots his way over on top of the truck. And now he's on the very back of the truck. He looks back for a moment at Yardak and points with one of his gold-tipped fingers at the truck, and a very fine red laser comes off of it, and he streaks it across the back of the truck, and the back half of the truck just slices right off and falls to the ground, and it begins to fall backwards. So, Ruby, you're going to need to make a dodge check.
21.
Okay, you dive out of the way from behind the truck to behind your van,
Cool.
and it is now your turn.
Can I see the items that the thing he's trying to steal?
From where you're positioned, you can see inside, and all you see is the giant black submersible.
I would like to make a wall so it's like in front of where the door should be,
Okay.
so he can't get to whatever's in there.
Okay. So roll.
17.
Okay, you effectively create a wall that shimmers into effect, right to replace the back door that was just sliced off and fell off.
I will not let this guy have what he wants.
Hero point.
Yeah, that is a reminder that you all do still have 1 hero point.
Oh yeah.
Okay, do you do anything else with your turn? You made this solid structure. That's your standard action.
Nope, we're gonna stay hiding behind my van.
Make a quick stealth check.
9.
So that is the end of your turn, Ruby, and it is back to Myra's turn.
Okay. So, where are we at?
He's standing on top of the back half of it.
On top of the back half.
Did he have a reaction to the fact there's now a stone wall in front of it?
He looks down and he just frowns really heavily. This is why I don't deal with supers.
So, I think I'll do the inspiration thing again.
So you're looking for inspiration about how to handle the situation?
Yes.
Well, I really think that Ruby has had the right idea about frustrating him and keeping him from getting his objective.
Okay, so distract him.
Make fun of him.
Okay, so let's taunt him and tell him his boots are stupid. Like, where did you even get those boots?
Okay, roll deception.
Deception?
Mm-hmm.
It is 26!
So wait, what exactly do you yell?
I was like, where did you even get those boots? Like, they're ugly as hell.
He lifts up the one leg to use the boot to spin himself around.
Uh-huh.
He's so dramatic.
He fires the jet off ever so slightly, turns around and stomps the heel back down. He goes, "Listen, lady, it was a simple night for me. I do a job, I get paid, I go home. You're making it more complicated for all of us.
I'm sorry, she doesn't want you to rob people?
And I'm sorry they make things so easy and fun to rob." Also, Ruby, I'm assuming that was you speaking in character, so...
Yeah, that's me speaking in character. I rolled a 9. I assume he saw me before.
This Intel Drop was brought to you by Control-Alt-Quinn on Twitch. The Intel Drop dives deeper into the lore of Masks and Mayhem. The United Nations Irregular Operations Network, better known as Union, was formed in 2008 by tech billionaire Robin Markovic to monitor and neutralize super powerful threats to Earth. He recruited Betsy Bullard, formerly of the Supervillain Assault Specialty Squad, to head the new organization. Union Alpha Base is at the location of former Larson Air Force Base in Washington State. They also maintain bases and teams around the globe. This has put them in contact with some of the most powerful heroes and villains the world has seen. While it relates to the larger United Nations, Markovic uses his wealth to fund the network and keep it out of bureaucratic control. This, of course, has earned him the ire of some in the international community. This Intel Drop was brought to you by Control-Alt-Quinn on Twitch. Looking for a stream featuring a rotating library of fun and engaging titles along with quirky, irreverent humor? You can find a link to her channel at masksandmayhem.com/support. And then that is Yardak's turn.
Okay, can I make a move that just continue? If it were to distract him and annoy him, just start lobbing.
Water?
Yeah, just kind of pelt him.
Okay. You are not in a direct line of sight of him, though, so I would say that you would have to either run up on the wall.
He's standing on top, and I'm right here. It's just kind of...
Right, but I'm saying, he's not in a position where you can see him directly right now. You'd have to run on top of the wall so that you're up higher.
Is he wearing the suit that can go underwater right now?
No, he is not wearing
cool.
the...
Can I knock everything into the ocean? The truck with him on top of it. Can I get a big wave and knock it down?
You want to knock him and the truck into the ocean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't knock the entire truck.
Why? It's just a submarine. It goes in the water.
Do we know whether the thing that can make atoms with water, make atoms split with water, is in the truck or not?
No, you said it's not here.
You don't see it, is what I said. You can see into the cabin of the of the tractor trailer, and as far as you can tell, there is no special device. It's just the empty cabin to the tractor trailer.
Okay, well then, yeah, I'm going to attempt to summon a big wave up here to knock that.
All right, so you're using your hero point, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, roll and add your water control.
So 27 altogether. All right, I get really angry, and you could just see in my face that it's getting pissed off, and this guy is just like hitting all the wrong buttons. He's really irritating, and so I just kind of like furrow my brow, and I was like, all right, Brigand, it's just too much. I'm tired of this. Whatever, I don't care what your plan is, who you're working for. You might think this is a fun job, but repercussions of this could be catastrophic for some. So I can't let you go any longer. And then I just, from like the ground, almost saying like, just summon this big stream of water to blast the truck off the side of the bridge.
And as you do that, you can feel the water moving out of the way underneath the bridge, and it lifts up in this giant wave, and it goes up high above the bridge, and then comes down in a curve, and just narrowly misses Ruby's van as it scoops underneath the truck and lifts the truck and Brigand over the side wall, and it just holds steady for a moment and tilts, and he goes, huh, Brigand, I like that. And then it tips over to the side of the wall. There's a bit of a moment of silence with a loud whoosh, and then a boom as things hit the bay water below.
Okay, now we can just have somebody go get the submersible. Or I can at some point.
How much of the truck is in the water? Is the entire truck in the
It
water?
fell down on its side, and it had a large amount of stone inside of it. So it quickly sinks underneath the water and is not to be seen. But actually, none of you are nearby right now. You are all on the other side of the bridge. Are you going to run and take a look?
Yeah, let's go do that.
When you look over the bridge, you just see the one edge just kind of slowly sinking under as the last of the truck goes under the water.
Do I see the person?
Make a perception check.
26.
From what you can see, there's no person in view, and you kind of take a quick look at the skyline, and you don't see like anyone flying away.
Okay, so we still don't know where the other two items are, right?
Correct.
I guess we should tell the Union people that he's in the water, maybe?
But, like, Union is busy.
The police or something to look out for this dude?
Like, we can text Frank, but I think with all the failed attempts of trying to contact them, it's just not...
Yeah, but, like, I feel like we should tell someone that that someone needs to get, like, a crane and get this out of the water.
The security people. That's their job.
There's also an Atlantean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could get it out. I put it there.
Also, I feel like we probably should, like, see and make sure this guy's not, like, dead in the water.
Okay. How do you guys check about that?
Well, Yardak can swim, like he said earlier.
Yeah, just dive off the
Okay.
swan dive down there.
So
See
you
what's
swan
happening.
dive down off the side of the bridge and end in the water. And you can see it's descending still. I'll say it's pretty close to the bottom now. You see the truck land mostly intact with a big dent along the side where its main side hit, but is, as far as you can tell, still intact. But as far as you can see, there is no brigand nearby.
So, does he see the submarine down there?
Well, as far as he can see, the truck is still fully sealed. It's just very dented.
Bring this bad boy up.
Okay, make a roll for me real quick. And add your water control.
+1 for favorite environment.
Mm-hmm.
17.
You grab the corner that Ruby saw that went under, and using a combination of your swimming strength as well as your water control, you hoist the truck back up and drag it off to the side of the river.
Cool.
And wave up to your compatriots.
What are the chances that truck can still drive?
Null and void.
Perhaps we should go and tell them that we have the truck, but it's not going anywhere.
Who are you telling this to?
The security guard?
So you call
Smart.
you call Security Officer Day. All right, and she answers. She goes, "Are you guys okay? Where's the submersible?"
About
Well,
that.
we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. We do have the submersible in our possession. The person responsible for attempting to steal it is at large, unfortunately, but we do have the submarine.
Okay, where is it? Can you get it to us?
Well, we might need a little help getting it to you, but it is at the Kirby Bridge, or I should say underneath the Kirby Bridge on the shore.
Oh, okay. And she stops for a moment and she goes, all right, I will have someone from the Institute and the security office be there as soon as possible.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Ruth.
You're welcome, Yardak.
Let's just send a quick text to Frank, let him know that Brigand is kind of doing his thing.
Okay, so Frank gets back in touch and he says, what about the chain... Shit, what did I call it? Chain hydros. I almost said chain hydro atom, and I was like, that's not right.
Unfortunately, it wasn't with the Brigand at the point in time.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Did you check in the submersible?
Oh.
Well, we have the submersible in our possession.
Okay, Yardak,
No.
can one of you check that? Because that is the most important part of this scenario right now.
Can I do that with my super speed?
Well, the big problem is right now it's sealed with a giant stone barrier.
Oh, touch it.
So how do, like, is there an easy way to get down to the shore?
Myra could just grab your arm and run you down.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it. We're going. Okay. Down there. And I touch the rocks and they are gone.
And you look inside and you see this giant behemoth black submersible, and it has tinted windows, but you can see an entrance way on the top. Yardak goes in and he spins the wheel a few times and it pops open, and inside, when you get in, it's full of panels and a lot of things are still covered in like plastic, like it's still brand new. But make a perception check real quick.
Not 20.
All right, so you look around the cabin and you actually see a set of fins for your feet and a exoskeleton suit and a beige box with 3 red orbs sticking out of it.
Got that hydro splitter.
So for the record, we did throw the hydro splitter in the water, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't used. And it
That's
was
good.
in the submersible. It didn't hit the water.
Again, good.
We got
But-
lucky.
And do you say anything to Frank?
Thanks for nothing.
I think we handled the situation all on our own, but next time, can you please tell us if we're all leaving town?
We'll try to keep you better in the loop, but I'm glad you recovered that. I'm gonna get in contact with our people at with some of our contacts at RCI.
If you could do me a favor with your people at RCI, Myra's brother was the security guard on duty when that got stolen. Could you, like, maybe make sure he doesn't get fired?
Yeah, like put in a good word.
I definitely will.
Awesome.
All right. Well, RCI will be on its way shortly. Okay, so you hang up with Frank.
I'm gonna call my sister and tell her, well, ask her if it's okay to come home now, like, are mom and dad asleep? Can I sneak in?
And Azima goes, Myra, it's 4 a.m. What's going on?
Are mom and dad still awake, or can I come home now?
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, they're home, but I don't think they're awake. I guess you can come home. Yeah.
Like, I can avoid the interview if I come home now.
I mean, for a few hours, I guess.
Alright, I'm coming home.
And don't make me cover for you again.
Okay, I won't.
The next morning, when you all wake up, Myra, you get a text from Mo. He says that you guys must have done something right because they recovered the items. Work says that he is not going to be held responsible for this, and that they're also not going to publicize how the items were recovered.
Okay.
And Yardak, you get a call from Director Bullard.
Finally.
Hey, Bets.
There's a bit of strain to her voice. She goes, Yardak, I got your message. I talked with Frank. I'm glad to hear that you were able to handle this on your own. I'm sorry we couldn't be there for you this time. Are you okay?
Yes, everyone is present and accounted for, and we still have all of our limbs.
Excellent. That's my favorite thing of a team, when everyone is fully functional. When I get back to Riverside, I'm going to want to do a full debriefing. I want to hear more about the situation if you're up to it.
That most definitely, and potentially we can discuss also what was happening with you all today.
We'll see what we can discuss about that.
I'm just gonna text Frank real quick, and I'm just gonna be like, by the way, like, Rickard's still alive, right? Just a quick check-in.
I'd have to talk to the doctor, but as far as I'm aware, he had a few more hand twitches and movements and signals of life, but nothing terribly different. So, Mo is off the hook. Bullard is, well, contactable again. Frank is very proud of you all.
I feel like Frank's all of our dads.
All right. And Myra wakes up the next day and successfully avoids being interrogated by her parents.
Chapter 1 Opportunity Costs.
Masks and Mayhem uses Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition by Green Ronin Press. We are not affiliated. The show was written, produced, and created on the 7th day by myself, R.C. Byler. You can find us on Facebook. Like us on there so you can keep up with everything we do. This week's NPC name based on a listener is Ruth Day. If you'd like to be included as an NPC, you can tweet about the show using the hashtag MayhemCast. Our official art is by Jen Evans, and our branding is by AJ Solomon. Our theme music is by Cloud Road Music. Additional music credits, social media links, and episodes can be found on our website at masksandmayhem.com.
As you're all sort of laying in bed the next day, just relaxing and resting, the scene fades out, and we come back to a dark chamber with a large view screen up as a figure in metal-clad boots limps his way in. And he flips on the view screen to see a shadowed face, and he says, "All right, I'm wiring you the money back. The job wasn't completed. They got everything. You know I don't accept failure, Kaito. Well, you didn't pay me to deal with 3 capes. Good luck on your little excursion, I suppose."
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait, RC's not back yet.
RC!
I'm here.
Yay.
Hey, what's up, baby?
It took us forever to get back to whatever the hell was going on with Brigand.
Yeah, sorry. I just realized I had the stream going and then also the live stream, and I was doing double of everything.
I know.
Oh, that sounds like fucking chaos.
Yeah, but yeah, no, Brigand, I did not know exactly what my plan was for Brigand. Like, I knew based on your responses that I wanted to bring him back. I didn't know, like, what his purpose was going to be for, like, the season's overall story.
How often has that been the case where you had no plans to bring someone back and then you were like, oh, I have to, everyone likes him?
Ruth Day is a perfect example, honestly. Like, Ruth Day was supposed to be like this one-off security guard, and then Dan, like, really seemed to like her, so I was like, I'm gonna make her character have a bunch of odd jobs and just show up all over the place.
No, we're adopting this NPC.
Was Dan IRL like fangirling Ruth IRL? Like
Not
when
the
he
real
found out-
IRL. No, Dan didn't know Ruth was a real person.
No, right, but that's what I'm saying. Like when he found out, was he like, "Oh my god"?
Is Dan in the IRL
this
Ruth
was-
Day, Mark?
What? Because Dan was freaking out about Ruth Day, and then you knew Dan IRL, so I was like, oh, in my head, automatically, I was like, oh, Dan knows
Right,
Ruth.
they must know.
They
each
must know
other.
each other. And then it came up, and Dan was like, oh, I've never met Ruth. And I went, wait, why are you obsessed? I was like, I mean, Ruth is great, but why are you obsessed with her if you've never met her? And you're like, I just like fictional Ruth. And I was like, okay. Dan's never met Ruth, right?
Nope, still has not met Ruth. Dan has technically not met anyone else in this show except for me.
That's wild.
I mean, has Dan at least met Ruth in a virtual sense? Because I've never met Ruth in person. I've never met you in person.
I am fairly certain he has not. Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that have not met each other.
All of you in person.
Yeah.
You're the only one in this call I've met. You're the only one in this call, Sama, that I've met in person. I mean,
And I've also met everyone in our chat tonight.
You're missing nothing with me.
Quiet, you. We like you.
Oh, yeah, because I'm on the other end of a screen. Up close and in person, I smell oddly like raw trout and cigarette smoke.
Concern.
I smell like a Maryland sailor, yar.
I
But you're in
did love
Michigan.
your little comment.
Yar.
There's so many callbacks. There is something. It would be fun maybe one day to like do like a story or like here are the like stories that we keep referencing, like that time, like why I was obsessed with this random dude in a coma.
Well, there's the Session 0, the formation episode that came out technically the same day as this episode.
Yeah.
That goes over those, and we also reference it in the metaverse discussion episodes.
Because I have not listened to that like introduction episode in forever, so I do not remember if I talk about like Agent Alan Rickard in there because he becomes a major thing.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a funny thing, right? Like I literally created this character because I think it was literally you just asked what his name was.
Yeah, I asked what his name was, and then
was that the one where we all decided that you, like, Alan Rickard and Ruby were together?
I mean,
Well,
on
you
the
asked.
show now they're fully in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like literally, you just like you were about to go out, and I was like, "You're joined by a couple agents," and you're like, "I asked their name," and I'm like, "Agent Alan Rickard."
Are any of them hot?
Like she asked, like, yeah, like is he cute? And I was like, yeah, he's very attractive.
And then you said he was attractive, so I decided Ruby's gonna have a crush on this guy.
And then immediately he gets slammed in the head, and I'm like, he's in a coma.
And so I was like, Ruby would be concerned that this agent that she just met was like immediately in a coma, so she kept asking about him.
And then we
and that, my friends, is trauma bonding.
But by that point, Ruby had decided that Agent Alan Rickard had an ass that just won't quit.
And we also because he was in a coma, so I didn't have to do anything with his voice for a while. He had like 2 lines before getting knocked out, and I was like, I need my character to have a little more variety, so I gave him a southern accent.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you make him like super extra southern? It was
the first time he talked after the coma. I said, "Did the coma give him a southern accent?"
Well, hey y'all.
I don't know her.
I have no idea what that struggle's like. This is no clue.
Listen here, you walking vocal booth.
Like
That was
okay,
the elf
Sama, in a
wouldn't be
pretty
able to
recent
fit.
episode, it was a sad list. They were like, Ruby like spends the night there, and then I'm like at his apartment, and then I was like, oh, just for flavor text, she's fully just sleeping in like his Union shirt.
She touched the butt.
The ass that won't quit.
I think it was end of season 1. I decided they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I just decided to refer to him as my boyfriend, and then you're like boyfriend, and I was like, fuck it, they're boyfriend and girlfriend now.
Alan Rickard's got that Energizer booty. It just keeps going and going and going.
But I also, over time, because originally he was just like generic agent number 3.
Yeah.
And then it was like, now he has a southern accent. That differentiates him. And then I was like, I'm going to give him more personality. He gets a motorcycle.
I feel like you just made
also,
every
in
Taylor
season-
Swift song.
In season 1, you kept sending him away for long periods of time too.
Well, yeah, because again, I saw a definite connection between like your love interest boyfriend is part of Union. You'll want to look for him for guidance, which you did when he got back. You're like, you called on his help.
Yeah.
Hey Ruby, if it makes you feel any better, at least your boyfriend came back.
I'm sorry, Brandon. Anthony went on a longer journey than.
In the arms of vigilante.
But yeah, basically, Rickard has been on an interesting journey because he's off for the majority of season 1. It's revealed eventually that he was hunting the Jewel of Bolivar, which is eventually what was used to power. Well, it's the thing that Sama had you record a line for in a later episode, where you show up and you basically jumpstart this thing with your lightning and then run back away.
Awesome.
Who the fuck?
Yeah, and Brandon, of course, having never met Myra, is like, who's this?
No, at this point, like, I have exactly one who the fuck is that left in me, and that is for the hopefully one day episode where it's all 5 of us. I dream that this episode exists.
Someday.
If for no other reason, just because I feel like possibly, like, Myra would be able to, like, throw Laserhawk and make, like, the ultimate van trick.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, because nowadays, again, Sama, because you haven't been in... Oh, Rachel, you can tell.
One, the van has been very souped up, and I also now, like, when I'm at visual aid, I put the, like, signal on the van and, like, have sirens. But Laserhawk will, like, ride on top of it and then, like, jump off of it into battle.
Well, you'll brake really hard and just send Laserhawk flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
The
get
van is
slingshotted.
The van is such a character, we got art made of the van.
Yeah, we have art for the van. It's beautiful. While you're in the group chat, you really should look through some of the character art that we
I'm
have.
gonna do that.
It's all
Actually,
pretty
yeah, I
good,
should be able
but
to do
mine's the
some-
best.
Let me do some screen sharing here in a moment. I'll pull up some of the art that we've had made so far.
Yes.
We need to get Mosey done eventually, if for no other
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
so I can finally decide what he looks like. All I know about that boy is that he's not white and he has a fro that won't quit, much like Rickard's ass.
So what I'm
Unfortunately,
gonna
his
do,
head quit. That's how he ended up in a coma.
I'm gonna
Mosey?
screen
Oh,
share.
Rickard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna screen share the screen here.
Let's see.
If the chat could let me know if you're seeing it, and sorry if it's not really
Hey,
like.
Here, I'll talk about
Um,
the YouTube. That is you.
Yeah, so we've got this is so Jen Evans, who did our like logo and our branding, was kind of our primary go-to artist. And then I started working with another artist, and we started getting updated versions of the art. So we just recently got redone art for Myra. I also took the opportunity to actually give her like a traditional hero mask.
You're not allowed to be in our gang unless you have a domino mask. Yardak, you're on thin fucking ice.
Also, say Ruby doesn't have a traditional domino mask. Let me see.
It's
I got
close.
Ruby here
She,
though.
It's
she is
close.
the theater kid version equivalent.
It like
Oh, actually, do I have the new Ruby?
I think that's me, the profile at least.
Yeah, I see the profile picture, but I don't see like the full-sized version. But I mean, it's a good
surprised you
close-up.
don't have them all saved in like the same folder.
I mean, I just started recently downloading them because I have them
like
as full,
whenever
like,
I like, because I do want to
Photoshop
cosplay Ruby
files.
at some point. I will probably make this out of a domino mask
Oh, definitely. That's
because
unless you're gonna have someone do like paint on
Make-
you each time.
unless I am not like the budget, I don't have the budget for a sci-fi show. I can't sit there for hours to be like, paint my face, please.
No, dude, it's fine. You just have a unicorn sneeze on you.
Oh, there's my art, right?
Yeah, so we have the old art and the new art here. Well, here I'm pulling up. I was pulling up Laserhawk's new profile picture.
Hey, I'm horribly depressed.
Yeah, the folder's a very big mess, Jamie, because the problem is the files were all sent to me as Photoshop files, so I'm slowly like exporting all of them individually, like because each file they send to us comes with multiple viewports. Here, I'll pull up Pocket's
Is there a
name.
way you can make the screen share one bigger, or like should we all
On the YouTube?
Yeah, on the YouTube one.
Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can do that. I'm actually not. Sorry, I didn't realize it was smaller.
I do remember. I don't remember if we ended up at some point. Brandon and I
No,
were
I
making our characters in Hero Forge. That's the name of that website, right?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
like
Hero
right.
Forge.
And
Here, if we all turn
Ruby-
off if we all turn off our cameras, they should go.
Okay.
It should become larger.
Fuck
I'll
you.
turn off my camera. And at some point I looked and Ruby and Laserhawk had the same hair.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
you know, they had exactly 3 long hair options, and 2 of them are dreadlocks, and Laserhawk is decidedly white.
Yeah, same with Ruby. So it was like, and I was trying to get like curly hair, and there was literally only one curly hair option.
Yeah, it was like, you look like an 80s hair metal singer, and you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, again, there is a lot going on in that folder. I'm slowly getting everything organized. This is not a Judge RC session. But yeah, here.
I've been waiting for
I
that
want to.
session.
Everybody
Great,
roast RC for his.
Oh God, that's not what my self-esteem needs. Anyway, we've got Burt McIntyre,
RC, what a
aka
nerd, with his
aka
impeccable hair and
Apocalypse
his
Man.
beautiful smile and his handsome eyes, and oh my god, that ass that won't quit. I see where Rickard's inspiration's from. Good job,
Apocalypse Man.
Ashley.
So if I
Oh.
remember, that this dude had a problem with Mo.
Oh yeah,
yes.
fully tried to
he
murder
was-
Mo.
Yeah, this
Yeah, he was
guy's a
basically
real
a
wiener
hired.
toucher.
I hate him.
I hate him too.
Same.
I've
That's fair.
hated him longer.
We've got Austin Yates, aka the Hornet.
Do we got the Midnight
R.I.P.
Gang? I want to see my beautiful Midnight Gang.
No, if you give me a little bit of time after, I'll stop the screen share and I'll go find the art.
Rip and rest.
Yeah, so we've got the Hornet. You know, one of the first actual like folks you ever really teamed up with. Yeah,
No,
rip in
the
peace,
source
Hornet.
of Ruby's trauma.
Yeah, the source of Ruby's trauma. No.
Yeah.
The zombie version that I'll need to get art of will be the source of Ruby's trauma.
Oh my god. I would say Ruby's original thing of like she needs therapy is him dying. That is Agent Alan Rickard.
Yeah, we have Agent
No,
Alan
no, no,
Rickard.
that is
I don't
most
know-
of Agent Alan Rickard. Unfortunately, it does not show off his dump truck ass.
Yeah, you know what? I'll have to get.
I think it's something to do with the art style. He very much in right here. It looks like a Bruce Wayne or Dick Grayson.
Yeah. Gemini, everyone's favorite lol random pixie stick eating maniac.
I have to say, it still surprises me that she is not significantly more colorful than
Right,
she
I
is.
was just thinking that. I agree.
Like, you always describe Gemini to me, and I imagine that she just looked like a fucking Suicide Squad poster. The first one, not the good one.
I was gonna say, the one thing I would say that I imagine differently in hindsight is that I kind of just...
At the very least, she needs to get a fucking tan. Holy shit, she's whiter than me.
No, I have described her as being pretty pale.
Bro, there's pale, and then there's fucking paper.
Who else we got? Oh, Betsy Bullard.
She should have rainbow hair.
Oh god, just give her a fucking scene girl haircut.
Betsy Bullard or Gemini?
Gemini, but you know what? It'd be funny if we gave Betsy Bullard like a fucking
Because
millionaire's
I was gonna say,
haircut.
in a way, we kind of already gave
yeah.
Betsy, or Betsy already kind of has a scene girl haircut. In hindsight. Oh, I did see we have the actual full-on Laserhawk art, which is pretty cool.
Fucking right we do. Look at that handsome man. Look at him. He's divorced.
Excellent.
He's divorced and was, well, there's not really a word for widowed for fiance, I don't think.
Look, bud.
Trauma.
No. By that point, we would have been able to get married in my state. Never mind.
I mean, in the year 2018, you could have gotten married in every state.
Shut up. I also love
Honestly,
how
I feel like Laserhawk looks like a 1980s rock band person.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, that's-
100% what I was going for. It's
I
like,
also-
alright.
Oh, here, we'll look at the original Jen Evans style art, and then I'll start downloading the other ones.
Does
Oh,
Laserhawk
wow, that
have
really...
an-
There we go. No, no, wait, absolutely Laserhawk does. I had to think about that for a second.
Between the the colorful stuff coming out of their hands, Ruby and Laserhawk actually have a lot in common.
Oh,
you know, I'll be honest, Ruby, that was entirely intentional when I built the character. It was like, alright, I want to kind of have some visual motifs that match up with Ruby. I want to be a tank
Fun.
like Yardak, and I want to stress RC out.
Yeah, good job. Good job.
I
Nailed
saw
it.
what the party needed. You needed a tank and also kind of an edgelord.
Oh, actually, I just realized that I do have the van art downloaded. Here's original Yardak.
Original
Yes.
Yardak kind of looks like I need to, like, put a single in his pants.
Right? There's a little bit of,
Like,
something about the
Like,
Like,
Work Bitch by Britney Spears is
The way
playing
he's
while that
holding
was
that
taken.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's holding it
Like,
like
with the
it's really
pole.
weird because he doesn't. It almost looks like it's a spear that he's holding, but it almost looks like he's dancing on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not
here,
gonna make a joke about dancing on a spear because you told me earlier not to.
so yeah, here's the visual van.
That's yeah.
Amazing.
I love that, but I am still genuinely heartbroken that there is not a Brock's head shaped dent anywhere on it.
It's on the
There's
other. It's
no-
on the passenger side that you can't see.
Look, motherfucker, that doesn't help me.
I do we did go back and forth in the eye design, and because every time I was like, no, more angular, less actual eye looking, because actual eyes
More
are creepy.
macaroni and cheese.
I'm going to stop the screen share for now, and I'll turn my camera back on.
Okay.
Make a man out of you, Mulan style. Yeah, give me a few moments, and I will download some of the other art that we've gotten made over
Oh
time.
yeah, I can probably turn my shit back on now. Haha.
Yeah,
I
welcome
should've
back,
turned-
Brandon.
I should have turned the lights. I just wish Brandon has their lights on, and I should have turned mine on. Although,
Dude,
I think
genuinely putting up those fucking fairy lights is the best decision I've ever made. My room went from like dungeon after 8:30 to like I don't constantly stub my toe. My little pinky toes especially appreciate it.
okay, you can kind of see them back there. My favorite thing about them is they're like these little circular balls, and they have little rosettes on them. My favorite thing is that they're still pretty when they're not on.
Don't make a joke about circular balls, Bronson. Bronson,
What?
please.
I was watching Labyrinth with people the other day and couldn't help it.
I mean,
must
yeah,
make-
when you're watching Labyrinth and David Bowie's on screen, you definitely do joke about circular balls because they're all you can fucking see. You remind me of the bulge. What bulge? Bulge with the power. What power?
As I said once to a friend, so my brother had never seen Labyrinth, and he was like, I was like, oh yeah, I was like, it's a sleepover movie, and then I kind of made it's really easy to make innuendos out of that movie. My brother was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, so I pulled up a picture of David Bowie in the movie, and I said, this is what David Bowie looks like. He's wearing pants that tight the entire movie, like you can clearly see his package. And
Straight up, that movie was one of the reasons I found out things about myself because of David Bowie's
That's
pants.
fair.
I don't know
Valid.
who the costume design is for that movie. I owe them a thank you letter. I'm sure that my
I don't know
teenage
either. I
years were.
do know who the choreographer was, but
That doesn't help me with David Bowie's package. Unless he liked to. I'm not gonna make that joke on stream.
And for
There
the
you
record,
go,
the
Brandon.
reason I know who the choreographer was, it was Gates McFadden from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Gates
Oh,
McFadden? What?
Yeah,
Like the main lady?
like Dr. Crusher.
Can you
Yeah,
repeat
Dr.
that-
Crusher.
Can you
For-
repeat
I think
that
she's-
name?
Gates.
The
Although I
last
think
part.
McFadden.
Oh, I'm so happy I don't have that last name.
It's Fadden, to be clear.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's how it's pronounced. I'm obese. That's the only last name that
I
could
also
have
thought
gotten.
I also
But
thought it
I
was Faden
think-
until.
That is the only
recent-
last
That's
name
how
that
I
could've-
think. For the record, I have not heard her name said out loud that much.
That is the only last name that would have got me bullied in high school more
I
than my
also-
real last
only
name, which
because of
none of
six-
you know.
Only because of Succession and him getting interviewed a lot, I've discovered that I've been pronouncing the man who played Mr. Jarvis in the 2005 Pride and Prejudice last name wrong for years. I always just said like McFadden like that. It's McFadden.
Oh.
Whoops.
Or McFaddy. There's like a couple more syllables in there. It's like McFadden or McFadden, and I was like, oh. But I think she's credited with Gates as her middle name, and she's credited as Cheryl McFadden.
So Dr. Crusher
But it's Dr. Crusher.
choreographed Labyrinth.
Yeah.
I just
Oh, at the
realized
end of
that.
what I told my brother about how easy it is to make innuendos, David Bowie is playing with magical balls throughout the entire movie.
Oh, I just remembered that isn't Crusher supposed to be like a dancer also?
Yeah, I mean that's why they have Crusher as a
Ah.
dancer, because she's a
'Cause she-
dancer.
in real life, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. I just realized how uneven my beard is. This is embarrassing. Can I Josh Goldberg any harder?
I
No.
was gonna say you should just.
All right, someone's gonna have to explain that joke now.
It's a friend.
So we
reference.
have a friend named Josh Goldberg who is only a forehead. There is no
Basically-
rest of the friends.
We basically,
Well, it's fine. I'm sorry.
basically we mostly know him online, and he's like, it's so hard for me to do it. It's like this, just forehead.
I can do it. That. It looks a lot like that. You can see like half an eyebrow and a little bit of an eye sometimes.
Like even like friends who didn't like old roommates who didn't know that this was like a reoccurring joke that you would only ever see his forehead would like walk by my video thing and be like, why is that guy only a forehead?
Because
he's Josh Goldberg.
I don't know if that joke's okay to make. Never mind.
I'm gonna assume
I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume no, Brandon. As I say, I'm glad you're learning to question it. I'm gonna
Well,
assume
yeah,
no.
you can't cut it out. Dude, I work pro
Cut
wrestling.
it out.
I do.
Oh my
First of
God.
all, go fuck yourself. Second of all, I do live commentary for PG companies. I know when to stop. I was a babysitter for 10 years. Go fuck yourself, RC.
You're not helping your case here.
Well, yeah. Are there any children? Are
I
we
don't
on a
know.
platform where I can't say the fuck word?
I don't know.
There you go. Just shut up, motherfucker.
All right, I'm downloading the last bit of art, which is the redone Ruby art.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were doing the art.
Yeah. We got so distracted
Yeah.
talking about David Bowie
We're vamping.
And his magical balls.
and
Yeah,
his magical
exactly.
balls.
Actually, my favorite behind the scenes footage is there's like some of the like whatever contact juggling he's doing is like too complicated for him to learn. So there's a person standing behind him pretending to be his arm and like coming out and just like doing the like juggling behind like
Wow.
Bro, I want to
Brandon,
be some stun arms.
Brandon, you have someone in the YouTube chat to talk with.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
No, what? That wasn't
they said-
sarcasm.
no, they said they like pro wrestling. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
It has been it's been great the past couple years, but the 10 before that, oh boy, am I right?
All right, but I've
Yeah,
got got some more art here for us if we want to do another screen
Yes.
share.
Let's do it.
All right.
Do we have to
I'm
turn
going
our
to
cameras off?
I got to turn our cameras off.
Alright.
Oh, I do love Ashley reminding us when RC just used to fall asleep in video calls.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So
that
we
was
have
like everyone but me. I think I'm the only one who never fell asleep in a video call.
It wasn't common, but I have done it.
Oh god, I used to do it all the time. It's just, you know, I'd be on a long call and I would just fall asleep and I would wake up and either the call would have ended or it would still be going and I'm alone. So we've got first up here Adrian Hughes, telekinetic nemesis of Yardak, basically.
Okay.
I wish Dan was here to just be so mad about her.
Yeah. Let me see. How do I? Oh, I thought I'd be able to just go left and right, but apparently I'm gonna have to close then reopen. Next we have Bethany Fletcher, which is Ruby's roommate slash film production partner.
Yeah.
Something about her
Yeah.
glasses just cracks my shit up.
Because it's like giant, like almost Coke bottle glasses.
Like, I just keep on, like, I expect her to ask me if she did that.
I'm getting like Matrix vibes.
Huh.
God, now I'm imagining Steve Urkel in The Matrix, and I'm sad that's not the movie we got.
Farrell, are you referring to Adrian Hughes being very Men in Black? Because I would agree, you know, just very basic business suit attire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bethany,
bro, I only watch AEW. We are on the same wavelength. Am I the only one hyped for fucking Danielson versus Suzuki tonight? Oh my god, carry on.
Yeah.
That match is gonna fucking
Yes.
slap.
I know the words that are coming out of Brandon's mouth.
We're obviously
just
all
understand.
familiar.
Definitely.
Just first
Obviously,
of all,
I'm familiar, but explain it for Rachel.
First of all, fuck y'all. That was for the people in chat. Second of
That's
all
fair,
you need
that's
to
fair.
understand is that there's two big meaty men bumping meat.
She makes me want to find justice for Barb. Absolutely. I was say, I mean, Bethany as a character has been through a bit of a wild ride overall. Because like I don't know, she had a bit of beef with Ruby for a while. Like didn't think Ruby should be out heroing, and then got
she had
captured.
Then she had a
What?
bit of chicken teriyaki.
Yeah, I'm glad that like I didn't resolve itself. There was like the storyline, it made sense, but I'm glad we got past that.
Yeah, and now she's basically the equivalent of a TikTok star.
Which I hate.
Or a YouTube star. She's basically just like the short form video star. Who else we got here? We've got
Ruby could probably go viral on TikTok.
yeah, we've got Ulrich Ivanson, aka Bloodhound.
My boy.
Yeah.
Literally
Hey,
the only...
Ulrich was my friend first.
Oh, look, he's the only person from Union that I like with a capital L.
What about
Wait,
Lewis?
Was this the guy that we at some
I'm
point,
indifferent
like,
toward Lewis.
we brought him books or movies in,
Yes.
in like his cell?
Well, yeah, he was the bad guy in the second episode, and then you all basically were like, "No, we must adopt this very gentle child." Except by gentle child, I mean
He's
ravenous,
misunderstood.
bloodthirsty creature.
Laserhawk.
It's not his fault.
Laserhawk chummed up so hard with him. Like, genuinely, I hope that, like, Ulrich does come back to Riverside. Because I think it'd be nice for Brock to have a friend other than, like, the people I fight crime with.
I mean, his
like,
thing is
clearly
fighting
I'm
crime,
never
too.
gonna go see Dr. Bellum, so this is the next best thing.
You do fight crime with him occasionally.
Okay, but that's occasionally. You guys, it's like every 9 times you hit me up, the 10th you're like, hey, you want to go to B-dubs?
Rachel, I'm fairly certain Brandon just referred that Laserhawk just referred to Ruby and Yardak as work friends.
Rude. To be fair, we do try to hang out with you. You just don't show up.
No, you come over and pet my dogs.
Perfect for this episode. We've got Brigand.
There's the
Yay. Okay.
So yeah, if you see, he's got the little these the little discs on his arm that he can shoot out into the electric net. We've got the little laser glove on the other side here.
Something
We've got the
about
jet
him
boots.
just screams, I listen to Mumford and Sons.
Yeah, I am. I'm just a really big fan of this person's art style. It just has that, I don't know, it just has that right kind of comic booky look to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, I loved the original style. It was very expressive. But for, like, a more proper comic book gimmick, like, for example, my girl here, Crystal Tiger.
Yeah. Well, that's because Brandon's very good at creating the most comic book of comic booky characters.
Yeah, what can I say? I have I have a great way of taking all of my trauma and making it fantastical, because every character I build is based on my own personal trauma. Ask me.
I really
want
to know. I really want to know about Crystal Tiger, which is the character we're looking at now for those on stream.
Look
but
at those legs.
I don't.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
she doesn't.
goals.
Crystal Tiger, she does not skip leg day.
No.
I mean, I can tell you that the entire Midnight Gang is just based on experiences I've had of, like, being friends with someone and then not being friends with someone, and those people I used to be friends with just going out of their way to make my life a living hell. All of them are based on my trauma.
Well, there's Crystal Tiger. Here, let's go to Vapor Kappa next, who's another member of the Midnight Gang. Who
So
I
more
remember,
of Brandon's trauma.
Yeah, I showed this to someone recently, and they're like, "Oh, he looks like a badass."
Now, I'll be honest, like, from a design aspect, as much as I love Midnight Hydra, Vapor Kappa, dude, he's my favorite. Just fucking look at him.
Vapor Kappa looks like a cross between a Star Wars bounty hunter
Yeah,
and a Mortal Kombat character.
I was gonna Trooper and like someone
Yeah.
from Mortal Kombat.
No, essentially, he's like, to go for what I went for designing him, he's a mix between, like, he's a robot ninja, but I didn't want to, like, go with every other robot ninja, where, like, he's just a robot that has a sword. It's like, no, I want him to have, like, obviously he's gonna have a cool sword, let's make it red, fuck you. But, you know, I wanted to, like, I guess Mortal Kombat's a good way to put it, because now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, act like he's not Smoke.
Well, I was also like kind of Smoke, kind of Cyrax kind of character.
Yeah.
But also, I was gonna say Brandon's characters are good examples of someone who does it for the aesthetic.
I mean, like, never mind. We're about to go to Midnight Hydra.
Listen, I was gonna
can't
say,
justify half the shit on him.
Like, yeah, Brandon, your characters do it for the aesthetic, because now let's go to the leader of the Midnight Gang.
You're the
Midnight
one who suggested
Hydra.
the fucking sunglasses, you son of a bitch.
Whoa.
He's just so much, and it's
Whoa.
wonderful.
You're the one who suggested the shades. The rest of it was me.
I was gonna say, I didn't say to give him a dragon on his chest or hooves.
Oh, I didn't even notice the hooves. Oh my god. I was too busy staring at the dragon face.
Of
Wow.
the like all of us, or like all of the people that are currently on the show, Ruby has the most like human of like adversaries and like side people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Honestly.
No, in every way, shape, and form, RC, when you invited me on board, I wanted to fill in the spots I felt that needed to be filled. When you made it clear that you wanted me to be part of the creative world-building process, that point stood. You are fantastic at making characters that are, like, grounded in some form of realism. So am I, but I say fuck that. Let's put a dragon on his chest.
Yeah.
Why?
Honestly,
Because
there's something in the water in Highwind City.
Yes, there is something in the water. It's based
the
on
underground.
flint. It's based on flint. It's lead.
Well, Farrell, it's funny you say that, because in the original version for Midnight Hydra, he didn't have the horns, and just something about like that, like this body looked like very Batman, very Cyclops, and I was like,
Yes.
let's do something to really like, you know, again, it just makes him even more extra to add the horns on the
The
top.
horns really do bring everything together, because, like, even the original chest plate in the first version, I believe, was like, I almost said less horny. That would have been a horrible slip up of the tongue. Less spiked. and then we decided to spike it a bit more, and I just noticed that there's one spike that didn't get colored into gray.
Oh, where?
The farthest left portrait, the spike on the chest plate, furthest down to the right.
Oh. Huh.
I mean, clearly it's no big thing, but that's the magic of live streaming, folks. You get to notice things on the fly.
Oh yeah. Well, this is also why I have the source files, so I can also.
I mean, I was about to say, in all fairness, that looks like something you can fix in fucking MS Paint.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Which is not to insult the artist. Let me clarify that, because that sounded kind of snarky. No, it's that fill tool, fucker.
Also, yes, Jamie, you have to understand that all of these characters do intense cardio and don't skip leg day.
Oh, dude, just wait until we get Art of Atlas, the alpha made. We're gonna see a guy who does intense cardio that doesn't skip leg day.
I guess here we'll do Ruby's art here real quick.
Ruby. Even like my superhero outfit is very like a normal
practical
thing.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say
Ruby's like main villain for a long time was like dealing with a gang. It's very realistic.
Street level.
Yeah, compared to.
Well, also I don't know what it is, but something about the portraits one over on the right here gives me very like Disney vibes.
Probably
a little bit, yeah, but I
glowing.
feel like
No,
Disney...
just like the face. I don't know, something about it.
I feel like Disney vibes are like completely appropriate though with Ruby.
Absolutely.
I'm sure I've made Disney references on the show. I can't keep track of the references I've made.
I'll say if anybody else we'll have to work on that for the wiki. All of Ruby's references.
As a side note, Ruby,
I probably should not
your
bring this
mask.
up on live. The thing you were saying I should shout because it was a movie reference, and then I was like, "Do you know what that movie's about?"
Oh, I forget that movie. Which one? But I remember it being like
wasn't it like Miller Family something?
No, not the one I made. So we were talking. He's like, "Oh, maybe you should shout." We were talking about maybe I should start shouting something to warn my crew, like my teammates, when I'm going to do Razzle Dazzle. And he was like, "What about Eyes Wide Shut? That's a movie. You could reference a movie." And I was like,
no,
exactly.
not that one.
And I said, "RC, do you know what that movie's about?" He's like,
Nope.
"No, I've never seen it." It's a
I know.
movie.
Before you use Razzle Dazzle, you could scream Solo or the 120 Days of Sodom.
Oh.
And then
I don't know if anyone gets that joke, but someone's gonna watch this in the playback and fucking die at that point.
I then had to inform RC that movie is about an orgy. And he was like, "Oh, maybe." I was like, "Maybe not reference that on our show."
Is it about an orgy at Farmer Jack's? Side note, you can check out all of my music by going on Spotify and looking at Pope Brandon Brownson. Yeah, that's right. Cheap plug, fucker. I gotta pay my bills.
Fair.
I'll say, speaking of X-Men, I really feel like this version of Yardak kind of gives me, if everyone remembers X-Men Evolutions, the cartoon.
I loved X-Men Evolution.
Let's see. I think the last bit of art we've gotten done so far that's relevant. Shauna Ortega, Channel 7's intrepid reporter.
I was about to say, you better say the intrepid reporter part.
See, this is exactly who Ruby's hanging out with. She's hanging out with the reporter.
Yeah, you've got regular reporters, gang members. Like, again, as I say, whereas...
I just had a thought, but... for an idea, which is Bethany starts like interning for Shauna.
I'll note that. I'm gonna turn the screen sharing back off again.
Scribbles.
I hang out with a binary octopus, which, side note, is almost Data Kraken's name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's because I sent you Data Kraken because I came up with a better fucking name than binary octopus.
Okay. You know what we do need art of? The dogs.
Oh yeah.
How did you?
That would force me to like determine what their actual breed is, though.
They're both
and my
nuts,
favorite.
right?
Yeah, but my favorite thing about them is that every week they look different in my head, but always adorable.
Maybe they could be shape-shifting dogs.
Oh, as a side note, RC, this is like just a totally random weird idea I had. I would love it if the Laser Hut just basically became a fucking animal sanctuary. I want a bear.
A bear?
Yeah, there's woods near fucking... I almost said Tesla. Highwind... No, this isn't Highwind. Riverside, there we go.
I just want to point out those woods are on literally like across 2 bridges away.
Yeah, well, there could be a bear over there.
No bears.
Not in the laser hut. The bears would definitely try to eat the dogs.
Not if I got a cub and it grew up with the dogs.
That's not how that works. Would try to eat the dogs when they got older.
Oh, I see. So I say kill my fiance, and you say yes, sir, right away, sir. I say I'd like a pet bear, and you're like, now wait, hold on a minute, Buster. We can't have Laserhawk enjoying his life too much.
You have the dogs!
I also don't know if I've ever brought this up, but I'll go ahead and bring it up in front of God and the world right now. Hey,
No.
RC, you know what'd be really fun as, like, a Season 3 thing?
God, what?
Laserhawk should go back in the dating game.
Alright, I guess.
I'm just
I get to
thinking,
keep
like-
being everybody's boyfriend.
Oh yeah, that
Well,
was
yeah.
a thing.
Hey, RC, have you thought about maybe not being so fucking hot? Huh? You thought about that one? Yeah, big ol'
My curse,
hunk
I
of-
live with it somehow every day.
Yeah,
I wake up and I go,
oh,
oh.
God,
just saying,
what was
if
the
I was a-
context that edited you go, like, you're everyone's boyfriend, and I was like, how does Ashley feel about this?
I don't know, Ashley, how do you feel on everybody's boyfriend?
I don't know, Ashley's probably sitting there thinking, y'all could go to the butcher shop all you want and look at it, but I'm the one going home with this piece of meat.
You say things.
I say words.
Oh, have
That's
you
And
how
I
my
have to
friends
live
always
with the
put it.
knowledge of the things you said.
Oh, so this is, because we talked about, there's a convention I know we were trying to go to, and we want to, like, cosplay our characters, and I've been asking RC, like, who would you actually cosplay? Now, would you cosplay the Crafter?
Who the hell's we? I can't find a fucking leather vest that big. Yes, I can, fetish store.
Look, I don't know, maybe it's just Dan and I. I'm just ignoring
Dan
it.
would pick me if he was here.
Poor RC.
Look, I'm not here to shame
Killed
anyone.
him. He's dead.
This is what RC has to deal with every week, folks. This is what RC has to edit out. Once we get a Patreon, pay this man.
Oh, man.
Oh, Ashley
Meanwhile,
says
back
RC
at
is
the
a great
block.
boyfriend. Y'all are lucky. Cute.
No, I'm not.
Also,
My RC's
yes,
dead.
Bears can travel, in fact, but I just don't think most bears would wander into an inner city part and then
downtown.
like willingly be taken in by a guy living in a warehouse.
Yes, because it's also as likely that I've inhaled funny stuff twice and gotten powers and not cancer.
It's a comic book world.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, the meteor gave me. I was reading the Mediator series earlier.
I mean, technically, the mediator gave you powers.
The meteor made me a half fucking alien. Am I half alien? Is it half
Half
alien?
alien, yeah.
Half
Your
alien, half
DNA
human?
is like evenly spliced.
I'll just say this on the stream. I want to figure out what kind of alien I actually am.
That's fair.
Oh, Farrell, it is hilarious that you mentioned Chicago in this context, but I'm going to go no further because I don't want RC to throw his glasses again.
I thought you were just gonna say like Highwind is based on Chicago.
No, Highwind's based on Detroit and Flint and third shitty Michigan place.
Oh, well, I was kind of imagining it Chicago-esque.
No.
No, I
Way
you always-
shittier.
Yeah, I always knew it was. I always thought it was Detroit. I didn't know it was just Flint as well.
Yeah,
Listen,
it's
not
a little
to say
bit
that
of
you
Dave's
haven't
Wa-
heard worse in other podcasts. It's
Little-
more that just.
On that note, I'm going to give you some slight reprieve. I have to pee.
Well, we'll see in a little bit. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, this is kind of perfect since y'all were actually in the episode. What was it like listening back to it?
You know, I thought I was gonna cringe more and hate myself, but I didn't. So that's
Same.
good.
It's been so long since I did have flashbacks to this particular episode of doing the transcript. I was like, oh, this is why I can't do transcripts.
So another thing, if anyone, I was gonna say, probably another thing we'll probably make as a part of Patreon is we would like to have transcripts for free for everyone, but they're time-consuming and expensive to make, so it's slow coming.
That I know, because I do have some friends I know that I was like, I want to listen, but I'm not much of a podcast person. And I was like, we're working on it. It's just.
But
I am.
Oh, yeah, true crime will hit you with some of the worst things. It's crime.
That how crime work.
But yeah, I also expected to like cringe a lot. Like I still do. Like I said, like the one specific one I always think of is like, oh man, for anyone who's like a seasoned RPG player, listening to me like just being like, you rolled 20, that sucks. Like I made up for it later by giving you a hero point, but it looks bad at the moment. Like honestly, it should have been a situation where I didn't make you roll, but it felt also weird to not have you roll to not be seen.
There's also it's funny in this episode, I feel like I did kind of remember that when we sent this episode, because this is the first one we recorded, people were like, oh, Ruby like is hanging back more, and I was like, I think that just kind of happened on this adventure. But and I was like, oh, I kind of am hanging back a little in the beginning, but I just feel like
very worried about your van.
Very worried. Always worried about the van.
Well, because like I specifically I was like, if Dan had not, I think we all kind of pressured Dan to like make sure like, hey, you didn't hit the van right with your giant plume of water, because I was like, all right, whole thing's getting scooped right off. Sorry, Ruby. And like within the context of the game mechanics, like you would have gotten something for that. Like you know, if in the next episode it wasn't available, like you would have gotten an extra hero point or something. Like,
yeah,
you know, something.
For hero point, then you would have got some Wendy's coupons.
We went to Denny's, not Wendy's.
Went to Denny's, not Wendy's. Also not sponsored by Wendy's.
But I wish we were. Wendy's.
Hit us up.
I did. Yeah, I love that. Now we kind of make up all our own brands. We didn't have any of the Riverside stuff, but we did have Space Cadet already.
Yeah, like, you know, there's...
TBH.
Yeah, Space Cadet's just been, like, one cool thing that's been a background thing. Like, I mean, we had... Actually, Rachel, we should have you do another one. We had you write that article that kind of, like, fleshed out a bit of it. We should keep going with that.
Oh, yeah.
Space Cadet has the coolest disco remix. Anyone who disagrees can fucking fight me on that.
Brandon May. So, unofficially, I don't know. I've always thought this. So, Ruby's theme song that Brandon made in my head is one of the Space Cadet theme songs. So, that is.
To, like, one of their seasons or series.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely wish that I had, money. Because there are some fantastic musical plugins for like more natural instruments, and ever since I made the Ruby / Space Cadet theme and the dance remix for it, like, fuck, dude, I just want to like go through the years and like make different Space Cadet themes, because like
fantastic.
Because, like, that general melody, that do-do-do-do-do, that would sound amazing in brass.
Well, that's actually, I was going to say, we'll have to, maybe if we ever do another one of these live streams, we can actually play that, because that's never appeared in an episode, I don't think, or at least...
Yes, it has.
You never played, like,
oh, it has? Okay, it must be a
the
much
dance
later episode.
remix has never appeared in an episode, but we've definitely played Ruby's theme while she does cool shit. I should know, I picked the spots for music.
I was like, we've definitely played Ruby's theme. It's just that I don't know if it's like ever been said in the show, but Ruby's theme is like a Space Cadet theme.
Yeah,
and
like all of the music I've made has appeared in the show, even like that really new like fight track. The other one that hasn't appeared is Yardak's theme, and that's because Yardak is way pickier with music than the rest of you motherfuckers.
I think I'm trying to remember. I think I sent you the Voyager theme song and the Lower Decks theme song, which is like this vibe.
You're like, Star Trek, please.
Star Trek, but I purposely...
okay, make a sci-fi theme.
I purposely chose those two as opposed to, like, the TNG or Deep Space Nine ones, which I was like, I didn't want something as chill.
Recognizable.
I didn't want... One, the TNG one is very recognizable, and a little bit more bombastic than I was thinking. And then the Deep Space Nine one is too chill. The Deep Space Nine theme song, I love it. It's very chill.
I do chill.
Lo-fi Trek beats to study too.
I wish that there was more opportunities for me to put chill stuff on here, because I do chill way better than bombastic.
Honestly, though, there's a a violin version of the Deep Space Nine theme song is great to have on the
Bro,
background. I wish it was longer.
I fucking wish I had a decent sounding violin, but unfortunately, that's a $79 kind of sound good.
I think
It's
it's
better
on
than the
Spotify. I think
$300
it's someone actually playing a violin.
It's better than the $300 guitar that I've been eyeing for the past year, but one day I will have all 8 strings of it, and it will sound so genty.
The Infinity Gauntlet of music.
So what?
Guitar is
wait,
so crunchy you can bite
this-
through it.
Does Dan to still not have a theme?
Technically Dan has one, but I think that it's like a, isn't that something that you got from like a royalty-free website or something? Where does Dan's theme come from?
No, that was the previous Cloud Road Music who made our previous music.
Okay, yeah.
We have that's where Dan's old theme, which is kind of like
because
Dan
originally
specifically kind of picked like a Hans Zimmer.
Originally, yes. Dan recently came to me and he was like, "Hey, fuck that, make some Halsey sounding shit." To which I was like,
yeah,
okay,
that sounds like Dan.
Well, that's easier for me. Now I just need to make guitar that doesn't sound like the fucking guitar from the original Doom game. And if I knew how to do that, then trust me, I'd be 100 there by now.
All right. Well, I think we'll kind of start wrapping up here. But it's been really cool getting a chance to talk with a lot of you and getting cool in the moment feedback, and also just getting a chance actually to catch up with you, Sama, and to
It's
really
been
reminisce.
forever.
Yes, it has.
I missed your fucking face. It's a
I'm
good
very burned
fucking
out.
face.
This is very
Well, hopefully,
nice.
maybe we can find an opportunity to do something like this again sometime. Either I don't know, we could maybe start making it a thing for the different episodes. Whether I don't know, we could do the new episodes or keep doing the older episodes and make our way through them. I don't know.
Next time we do this, we should do my first episode because it's the bestest, because me.
I mean, you do have a pretty sick intro.
That's
You
a good
do.
one.
Yeah, I do. Thanks for that, buddy.
We could,
Yeah.
do one of the Ruby's trauma episodes.
I don't know. We'll definitely we'll kind of figure
Yes,
out
we could
options
do
and-
any other episode.
but we'll figure out some options and announce them. Keep an eye out on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram. Obviously, kind of like with this, we might put something in the feed to let folks know.
Vote for episode 69, the return of Elon's Musk. RC, if episode 69 isn't Elon
Brand.
Musk 69420, we're gonna have fucking words and they're not gonna be pleasant.
Well, we've got a ways to go till we get there.
If it is that, we will have words.
I haven't gotten to experience Elon Musk
Basically,
69
Inside me, there are
420 yet.
cannot
two
win.
halves.
Oh my god.
Inside
is
me, there are
that-
2 Elons.
That we've never gone back to the insanity of that theme episode, the holiday episode.
It's true. We have not done another really holiday-themed episode, nor have we specifically experienced Elon
Oh.
Musk 69420.
Next time I
So
DM,
the
I
only
want to do
holiday
a
episode
Christmas.
there was, I was there. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Bro,
That was
next
great.
time I take over, I want to do a fucking Christmas episode. Please, RC. Please let me do a Christmas episode.
Oh my god, are you gonna make an evil
Listen,
Santa?
If nothing
I
else,
love
maybe based on this
motherfucker.
chat, maybe we should do the episode with Elon Musk 69420. He's Elon Musk, but he's a cyborg from the far-off year of 69420.
When didn't Elon and Grimes get divorced? Would he be divorced from the Grimes bot by now?
I don't think they were married.
They were never
just-
No, they were
married.
married.
And I think
No, they were married.
They were
They're
married
technically
from
still
the,
married. They're separated right now.
They were
I don't
married
think-
from the moments that Grimes ashed her Camel cigarette on Elon's coffee table.
I thought they were just dating. And
I
had a
don't
kid.
think they were ever married. He married the same actress twice, but I don't think he ever married Grimes.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
am
wrong.
on. No, he is his first wife, and then married to Lula Riley twice, and Grimes is listed
Oh.
as a partner.
I don't know. I try to know as little
Huh.
about Elon Musk as possible because I try
Yeah,
to
none
be
of
an
us have
optimist.
benefited really from learning this information.
No,
It's not really
I
going to
just
change
feel
anything
like-
about the Grimes bot. The Grimes
feel
bot
like-
is still going to be, you know, the robot that he chases across time.
I really liked that I had no idea that Grimes was like a person or like a real thing when we did that episode. I thought you totally made that up. And then I found out about her after the fact, and I was like, oh.
And then you found out, and you're like, "Oh, you're the human embodiment of Xanax abuse."
And I feel like if they were ever married, like, we would probably not be able to avoid, like, stories.
When they are
and
married, that is when the
pictures
seventh
and-
trumpet will sound and Christ will return. He's gonna be pissed.
Well, on that note,
just Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, Zeus is there with his arms up, just just all the religious icons coming back. Like, you let something terrible happen, and now you will be forced to pay.
And so now you know the story of the next episode featuring.
And that's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.
You know what? This is the one thing with the Christmas episode. Ruby's gonna be like just trying to watch like bad made-for-TV Christmas movies, and shit will just keep happening. And she's just like, "Let me watch shit." There is the question of how does Ruby make all these film references? She does her